What's up? What's going on, everybody? Hopefully, everyone's having an amazing Sunday today. Hopefully, we're gonna keep it nice and short this disagreement day, so we can get in some Alan Wake. So we can get into some Alan Wake, y'all. That's what we're trying to do. Um, Still moving, so that's why I didn't stream today. Still moving stuff. If anybody wants some couches, bro, let me know. I got couches that I am not taking. If you want the couches, let me know. Hit me up. They do have one of them does have stains on them though, but there's stains that you can remove with like some stain remover. The other one does not. I'd mainly just just eat on them. So they're mainly sanitary. You don't have to worry about anything. Uh, got some GPUs if y'all want those, or I'm gonna throw them out. I'm trying to think if I can do something with them. Uh, I don't. I mean, I don't know what I can do. I was using them mainly to mine, but mining's taking a dumper, bro. Unless I'm missing something. But now that you have to pay, utilities, now you really have to calculate. How much is this mining gonna cost me, bro? How much, like, because before, if you don't have to pay utilities, bro, I'd run it all day and all night. Now it's like, I gotta be making some monies to recoup the costs of the electricity. So gotta do that math and see how that works out. But right now, it's like, I mean, they're not old GPUs. There's not a 3080 in there. There's like a 2070, I think. I'm looking right now at a 4070 because a 4090 is like, bro, it's like almost 1600 to 2K. I'm not spending 2K on a GPU. I'm just not doing that, bro. I did that with my 3090 when it first came out. It lasted me for a minute, I feel, but I did it because I'm thinking, when did I get this 3090? It had to be what, 2 years possibly? So I don't even know what people are talking about, the PC master race, bro. You gotta have monies to have like a PC. So I'm like, if you if you too broke to have an Xbox, you sure as hell not having a PC, bro. Like, what are we talking about? I can't stand when people say that. Oh, it's the PC master race. It's like, bro, stop it. Stop it. Okay. These GPUs are not cheap. Okay. The CPUs aren't cheap. The motherboards aren't cheap. The SSDs aren't cheap. The freaking coolers, especially if it's water cooler, is not cheap. Hell, the freaking rig itself isn't cheap. I was looking because I was trying to get another cooler system for the PC, bro. They wanted to charge. It was like some stupid. It was like nearly $200 to $300 for a different, just a bigger rig. Nothing in it, bro. It was just a rig, nothing in it, but it would have space for the cooling system that I wanted. I was like, you out of your damn mind, bro. You out of your damn mind. Okay. So I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, keep the 3090. 3090 is good, but I was looking at the reviews that the 4070 is like slaughtering the 3090. And from what I've seen from the 4070, I can get that under 900, bro. I can get a 4070 under 900 from what I was looking at. So I'm like, that would be an easy swap. I'd keep it, relatively non-expensive, but as far as the cost of performance, go through the roof. And I'm all about that because this 3090, I've had it for a minute. It's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. Like, I have like 50 browsers opened up. I got Maya opened up. I got this running. It's good. Got Photoshop running. It's definitely powerful. 4070 is 3090 Ti equivalent, but more efficient. That I've seen that too, that it's more efficient. But they were saying like the efficiency is like crazy. So I don't know, man. I've been itching to get on this 4090, 4070 something. Maybe a 4080. But I've been itching to get on the 40 series, bruh. I've been itching to get on the 40 series. I just want to make sure that it's worth it because I'm not going to get another GPU for another few years, bro. I'm just not going to get another GPU for another few years, bro. So I like to make investments. Like if I go into this, I want to see like some serious performance, like a change. Um, Squadron 42 is why you want to have a PC. What is a Squadron 42, bro? I don't even know what the hell that is. What's a Squadron 42? Here's the thing. These things cost too much. Oh, is that a game? Squadron 42 gameplay. Wait, are you telling me this is now coming out? Because wasn't this game announced like decades ago? Or am I missing something? Am I wrong? What am I missing here? Because I remember seeing all of this. 40 series frame gen is amazing. Cyberpunk with it. Okay. But is it worth it? Is it worth it to get because I have the 3090 Ti. And I was looking to trade it out for a 4070. Because the 4090 was like 2K. The 4080 was 2K. The 4070 was like, oh, I can bite like 860 or 890 or whatever it was. When's the next Baldur's Gate gameplay? We'll continue that on Monday. We'll continue that on Monday. Baldur's Gate just seems like really, really long. Although it's funny because the side quests are more engaging than some of the side quests in Spider-Man 2, which is funny. It's very interesting. This game isn't out, still years out, actually. Yeah, that's what I thought. I remember seeing this like ages ago. This game is never coming out, bro. This is just never coming out. The 4070 is definitely not better than the 4090. Well, obviously the 4070 is not better than the 4090. Why would the 4070 be better than the 4090? What? I don't even understand. That's like someone saying the 2070 is better than the 3090. What? I never said that, bro. I'm talking about is price-wise. Price-wise, the 4070 is less expensive than the 4090. Like significantly, I would say. Almost like a rack less expensive. 4070 has 12 gig memory, 3090 has 24 gig. Oh, what? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that. Does the 4090 have a 24 gig of memory? Because I have 24 gig of memory right now. I have 24, and I'm using all 24, baby. I'm using all 24. So does the 4090 have 24? Does the 4080 have 24? So it has less memory but more efficient? Is that what you're saying? Damn, that would kill me, bro. Yeah, I know I have double VRAM on my 3090. The 4090 has 24 also. Does the 4080 have 24? Hold on, does the 4080 have 24? I ain't trying to downgrade my VRAM. That's what I'm not trying to do. That would kill my PC. That would definitely kill it. Yeah, because I'm using all 24. Does the 4080, hold on, let's find out. Does the 4080, 24. The 4080 has 16? What? Oh, damn. So there's no way. Damn. Yeah, there's no way then. So that means you have to go, if you have a 3090, you have to jump to the 4090. Damn. Damn. God, dog. That means you have to jump to the 4090. Bruh. Shit. That 4090 is expensive though, bro. I'm trying to think, did I really pay that much for my 3090? That 4090 is crazy expensive. It's 2 racks. I paid around maybe 35 to 4K for my PC in total. But like 2 racks for a GPU, bruh? Is there gonna be a sale where it goes down or something? Cause I ain't paying 2 racks for a 4090. I'll keep my 3090, bro. I'll keep my 3090 because that's insane. I'll definitely keep my 3090. That's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The price jump from the 70 to 90 is insane. Facts. Big facts. Goodness gracious. You have to be on the 90 series for max VRAM? Yeah, I can't go from 24 to 16, bro. That's not what I'm doing. That's definitely not the move I'm making. Cheers to 37 months as a member of the Amazing Army. Cheers, Frederick. I drink to you, bro. Cheaper than buying an Nvidia Tesla. I hear you, but yeah, I wasn't planning on buying an Nvidia Tesla to begin with. So a 4090? Does anyone know anybody got any secret places to get a 4090? I'm not saying if one happened to fall off the truck, like I wouldn't buy it. That's what I'm not saying. I'm just saying. But I mean, if anybody, y'all got any, know something, a little sugar, let me know. Cause I'm looking at Best Buy. Best Buy is 16, bro. It's 1700. We looking at 1700. 1700 for a GPU, bro. That's crazy. 407, you're on the line. What's the disagreement? Tell me why.
Yeah, man, I disagree with how things are going in Israel and Palestine.
What do you disagree with?
Uh, Israel are victims.
You believe Israel is victims?
No, that well, in the last terror attack, yeah, they were some victims, but in the bigger picture, no, they weren't.
I don't disagree with you.
All right. Um,
Yeah, I don't disagree with you at all. I think the only reason
yeah,
Israel exists is because of the U.S.
yeah, and I really do wonder why that is. Like, and I also wonder why, like, there's always like every certain amount of years somebody's trying to wipe out Jewish people. It's like, why is this happening?
I don't know
Throughout
anybody who's
time.
trying to wipe out Jewish people. I think it more has to do with as far as Zionism. Because there's plenty of Jews out there. I follow actually one of the pages where it's Jewish people who are like, hey, we don't believe in Zionism. We don't believe in Israel and how they treat the people here. But
Right,
I
right,
absolutely believe 100% Israel's on some fuck shit. But why wouldn't they be? They got the backing of the U.S.
right. But I mean, how long have they had the backing of the U.S.?
For a
It's
while now, from my understanding.
but- right, right. But like, so if I'm correct, I know there was some king out there that tried to get them exiled, and then we already know about the Nazis, and then we have this as well. So I nobody's really getting down to like what's the cause to the effect, right? So like this happened, but what was the cause to this happening besides them trying to,
Well, that's what I was looking into. I couldn't find anything. So what they want
right,
me to
right,
believe is that they were just randomly attacked, and all the intel that they had just somehow went dark. Now, if
right,
you want to believe
and
that, you're more than welcome. But I mean, I have a beachfront property in Antarctica to sell you.
well, that sounds very interesting. No, I'm just joking. But and then like Kanye West was also going pretty hard on him like a few months later, and people were looking at him crazy. And I'm not using him as like something to use as like to make a point, but I now that like what was he actually saying really has me thinking like, all right, so because I mean, he's not the first one or the last one to mention about them being in Hollywood and doing whatever they're doing in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
So that and what they're doing in the Middle East, and it's just like, all right, man, what's really going on? That's
What's really going on?
well, I mean that wasn't a question towards you because I know you're still trying to figure out, and
I
this
mean,
is
I
like
don't think you're gonna find out what's really going on.
well, what's like I'm just trying to figure out like okay, so what are they doing that's just ruffling a lot of people's feathers?
They're probably pushing their weight
Like
around, which is what anyone would do in their position. Well, maybe not
interesting.
anyone, but you know.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you about like anyone because I mean like people have their own way of doing things and it's not really getting to the point where it's like I hate you guys as a people.
I would say the
Like
majority. I
I
don't
hate
think
you
they
as a
hate them as a
group.
people. I think they hate as far as
No,
uh
I mean because
the power, the corruption.
right because I mean nobody's getting really like there's no hate going on in the towards the Jews in Miami, right? But towards the Jews in Hollywood, it's like all right, we got a problem with these people, or New York maybe. But damn, I didn't call to agree. I didn't.
I hear. Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you on that. What are we talking about? I'm very aware of
Well,
what's going on over there. I
yeah,
mean,
I mean, I got
we
a
already
slight
had
understanding, but
what's his name as far as speak out against. I forgot the dude who lost his team. We were talking about they treat blacks in Israel over there like trash. They're sterilizing the Ethiopian Jews over there, bro. I mean, it is
no,
what it is. Then they were spying on us
yeah,
during the Trump administration. Trump let it go. I mean, I've never seen it. I honestly don't know why every president goes over to Israel and puts their hand on the rock. I don't understand that. But from my understanding is that they're an ally in the Middle East. So
The Rock.
yeah, they put on the yarmulke and put their hand. I just don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why we would do that as unless you're Jewish. But if you're not Jewish, why are you going over to Israel and doing all that? I don't understand. Like there are plenty of allies that we have that we don't actually visit, or I've never seen visit and do a ritual. The wall, excuse me, the wall, yeah. So I just
Right.
right, it's
Yeah.
different from when you grow up and you just see that it's like okay, yeah, that makes sense because George Bush did it, he did it. But as you get older, it's like wait, why are we doing that? Why are we
Right.
don't for what purpose are we doing that? It's like we're not stronger because of you. This is very much a mutual relationship, right? You wouldn't exist without us. And I mean, if anything, it's more of a benefit for you than us. So why are we constantly cowering and showing, hey, get along to get along? That doesn't make any sense because we're the superpower. They're not the superpower.
Right. I
So,
mean, I know this might be a stereotype, but I mean, are they really that good at making money? Because America is a capitalist society, so
oh,
if they
absolutely. And
really are,
there's
if they,
nothing wrong with
that
that
might be
though.
the bridge, though. No, I'm not saying that it is, but
Well,
that
I
might
think
be the
Well, I think
connection.
even in mentioning that, they have now labeled that as like anti-Semitism. They labeled it as a trope, where it's like, well, that has to do with your history, right? Because you were forced during the Hitler times to be accountants and whatnot, right? That's what
Yeah.
you guys were talking about, and then you came over here to the states, right? You fled to the states in America, and those are the industries that you thrived in. There's nothing wrong with that, but to say that there aren't high level individuals who are part of the faith who may not,
Right.
align with the faith, um, I don't think there's an issue with that. But they've somehow made it to where you can't speak on anything. There's no level of criticism that can be levied against them, as opposed to any and every group, right?
Right.
I've
Now,
never in my life gone on college campuses where they've actually have regulations and laws put in place specifically for a religious group. Or I've never seen where you have in the United States where if companies don't agree with the sponsorship or the relationship with Israel, they won't do business with you. That that's a bit off. That's a bit odd.
right. Now, why did Hitler want to kick them out of Germany for? That's were they taking too many jobs or like
I,
what was the that he wanted to take it that far to an extreme to wiping them out of Germany because that's very extreme. So it's like
well, it wasn't only Hitler. I think people are forgetting that there were a lot of people, individuals that didn't fall in line with his ideal race. So I think people, talk about the Holocaust, but people have to understand there were also a lot of other groups, including blacks, that were victims during the Holocaust who assisted slaves or assisted Jews. But if you say that,
Right. But the primary focus were Jewish people.
yeah, but here's the thing. The issue I have with that is that when we talk about slavery, they want to say kumbaya. Well, everyone was a slave. All right, so let's put
Yeah.
that same exact framing on the Holocaust. Well, there's nothing special about the Holocaust. I mean, you guys weren't the only ones targeted towards the Holocaust.
No, yeah, because they did push forward into I think North Africa or
100%.
different parts.
And there was plenty
Yeah.
of blacks that
So
suffered and were persecuted during that time as well.
yeah, as well as France and
But it's
stuff.
not framed that way. And because it's not framed that way,
Right.
and it will never be framed that way because the people who are in positions of power in regards to media would never allow that to happen. Like the ADL, if you look into the coming of the ADL and how the origin of the ADL, why doesn't the ADL get the same hate that BLM gets? Because if you look how the ADL came to be, it's not peaches and creams. But then they want to constantly talk about BLM, BLM, BLM. It's like, yeah, it's this cucking that is occurring within, I would say, very much the right wing, because the left doesn't have that problem to a certain extent, but the right is completely cucked in certain cases. So I'm like, wait, you want to be upset with the alphabet going on here, but then you want to praise Israel for now having gay marriage and how progressive they are? Make up your mind. So when it comes to politics, it's all goofiness. It's all goofiness and hypocrisy.
Right. Now, this is one of the other things I've noticed was that like America is supposed to be like a Bible country, right? Like Christian and all that stuff. But I mean, let's I mean, they did kill Jesus, right? Or whatever. We're gonna go ahead and just put that out there. But now, didn't they
They
just
did,
make a
but they were
law that
allowed
was
to.
like
I think that's
illegal?
a big difference.
They what?
I said they did, they were allowed to. That's the difference.
They were allowed to do what?
To kill him.
Okay, when you say allowed, are you talking about the people or the people of power?
Everyone. Everyone who was in a
Okay,
position
well,
of
I'm
power, whether
sure.
it was Jews, whether it was Romans, whatever, they
Yeah.
were allowed to. That's the whole
Well, I'm
point of
sure
him
it was the,
being Christ, right? You can't
but
just
it was
kill
the people
Christ
of
unless he
power,
allows it to happen.
right? The people of power let it happen, not the just normal man. I'm sure
Well,
because
it was
they
the
had
Jews who were
some type of
advocating for it,
hierarchy.
and the Romans conceded.
Okay, so now haven't they made a law that made like Christianity illegal over there
Made it
or
a
something
law
of
that
the
made it
sort
illegal? Where?
in Jerusalem?
I'm unaware of the law of Christianity is illegal.
They've done something where it's like Christianity is banned there or something like that,
I'm not sure of
and they're
that. I
not
know there
really
was a recent story that happened where
right.
a priest was told to hide his cross, which is wild to me. I still need to do a video on that, but I've been dealing with Spider-Man. But yeah, there was a German
Oh,
a
Spider
priest.
Man.
There was a priest who was told to hide his cross because he was walking somewhere. And he was like, "No, you need to hide your cross. It's yada yada disrespectful or something like that." And the priest was like, "No, this is part of my faith." And they were like bitching and complaining about him. Bro, that's crazy to me. That's absolutely insane to me.
Yeah. Now that is a saying because America's whole thing is about Christianity, Jesus, God, and all that stuff. So
Yeah,
it's
a
like
German abbot asked to hide his cross at a Western wall. The Western Wall. Like, are you out of your damn mind? You got to be
right,
crazy.
and I know I just seen like a few videos. I'm not gonna say it's all of them, but like where they spit on the crosses and they spit on like where it's like little Jewish boys and just like a whole like
Yeah, I think many
hallway
people
of
have
people.
conflated a Zionism with anti-Semitism, and those aren't the same thing. There are
Okay.
Jews who are not Zionists.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like you can't just. Me personally, I won't just watch a video of 10, 20 people and just say it's all of the whole country.
Yeah,
But it does say something because I mean, I'm pretty sure I did read that they did something to like that they're not in favor of Christianity. So I just
I'm sure they wouldn't
that
be. Why would they be? Because it's in stark contrast to what they believe. The only
right,
difference is you
right.
don't see us going over there. You know, we don't really keep tabs on Israel like that, or for what it seems. Where they can do anything, you know, they get a blank check, and they,
Mm,
you know, treating people like trash, or whatnot, and they hide it under the guise of, well, we need to protect ourselves because these people just want to kill us because they hate us for some reason. What's the reason? They just have hatred in their hearts. What? Why do they hate you though? Well, because they hate us. I was like, okay, whatever. As long as we get to have our, you know, use your intel and whatnot, you go ahead, knock yourself out.
got it. Yeah, and these I've seen a lot of like text or like people saying that this is not like the real Jews, like these fair skinned Jews or whatever. Like where are their origins?
That I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that. I haven't done any research or due diligence as far
Because
as
like
how that
the
works.
furthest I got to see was like the 1940s, but like these Jews that they show like on every network, like where they originated from is what I've been trying to figure out.
I don't know. I'm completely ignorant of any of that.
Okay, okay. On a lighter note, I think Spider-Man's pretty much might be overrated.
It might be overrated.
Story mode might be fun, but I mean, I feel like the first one was great, but I don't think they could upgrade too much from that.
Well, they're gonna have to find a way if they're
And
gonna do a third one.
I mean, well, I'm just saying number two, like fighting wise, like I think like the fighting moves and stuff is pretty played out.
Well, then it's time to innovate.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I just need to get a PS5, but definitely got to check
Have
that
you
out.
not played it,
No, I've seen gameplay
bro?
though.
You
I seen
wild,
a
bro.
bit of yours.
You're
I seen a bit of
crazy.
yours. I mean, number one was pretty dope,
That's
or
a
was it? You
crazy
know,
stance to say on a game you haven't even touched.
oh, well, I seen gameplay. I'm like, man, this is the same thing I was
Seeing
doing in number one.
gameplay and playing it are night and day, bro.
If in what way? Because I mean,
What do you
when you're
mean in
doing
what
the same
way?
moves, well, because the same moves that I see on the gameplay is the same moves that I did when I was playing the game. So that's why I'm just comparing and contrast. So like whatever I see is like, all right, this is pretty cool. Graphics pretty cool. A few like when you're gliding and stuff through the sky, that's nice as well. But
I mean, there's just a difference. That's why it's a game because you have to play it. I mean, it's cool to
I'm
look
pretty sure the
at.
story mode was good. Honestly, it's the best story mode, superhero story mode that I've ever played. But
That's wild because many people have issues with the story.
well, I mean, it depends on what you look for. Like I like the adventure thing, so I
Okay.
mean, what's people's issues could be all personalized for sure.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, yeah, man. But yeah, man. That's all I had to say, bro.
All right,
I
bro.
mean,
I
take it
appreciate
from
the
there.
call.
All right, man. Have a
Take
good one.
care. Stay safe. Yeah, I don't doubt Israel's on some fuck shit. I already know that, bro. I'm not one of those or like, oh, Israel gets a blank check. Israel hasn't done anything wrong. Absolutely. Bro, we see this on a local scale, on a smaller level, right? We're seeing corruption on a state and federal level with police departments, with like councils, right? City councils. You're telling me now that a whole country or a state or whatever they want to call themselves, you want to tell me a group of people who are backed by the most powerful country on the face of the earth aren't abusing their power? Get the fuck out of my face, bro. We already have it documented that they've abused other people. You want to tell me they're not doing some fuck shit with the Palestinians? Come on now. I don't know what this issue is, especially on the right. And the reason why I say it's on the right because there's so many people of the Jewish faith on the right? I don't think people understand that how many Jewish people there are on the right. And it's comedy because you have Jewish people talking to Republicans. And the vast majority of Republicans are Christians. So you have people who think your dude is like a piece of shit. If you read the Talmud and stuff like that, and what they actually think of Jesus, if you listen to Ben Shapiro and what he actually thinks, he just thinks he was a regular guy. That is fucking blasphemy, bro. If what you believe is that you believe he's the son of God, and then you have some dude saying he's just a regular dude who got killed for his troubles, it's so crazy how the right has been cucked. And it's been cucked by people who don't even respect your beliefs, bro. They just see you as a dollar sign. That's why I'm saying it's really crazy. If you look at Mark Levin, a lot of these mofos are Shabbat Shalom. And that's not knocking as far as their faith, but you have to understand who you're getting your information from. So when it comes to certain events like what's going on right now in Israel, you see how quick they all get on board. And anyone who speaks out against Israel, well, then you support terrorism. It becomes black and white real fucking quick when it comes to some shit that that's close to their heart, right? But they don't have a problem talking about, oh yeah, BLM is horrible. Black people lift yourself up by the bootstraps. How about Israel lift themselves up by the bootstraps? How about you lift yourself up by the bootstraps, huh? And stop looking for the U.S. for support and aid. How about that? Nah, you won't hear Ben Shapiro say that, will you? This man put out complete misinformation, talking about they're burning kids. That shit didn't happen. Even the woman who reported it on CNN, mind you. So I want you to understand when it comes to elites, they all buddy. When it comes to certain subjects, when it comes to certain groups, that's why I'm like, you can miss me with this nonsense, bro. I'm not dumb. You may be able to fool like 62-year-old boomer or whatever, Howard or whatever, who sends money to your super PAC or donates to, he's one of the good ones. He's stopping this woke nonsense. You're just a goofball, bro. That's how I honestly view you. And I think it's sad. I think it's honestly elder abuse in many cases. Because what they're doing, they're funding their own demise. That's what you're doing. You're funding your own demise. So I think it's comical in many cases when it comes to the political aspect. But yeah, all this stuff that's going on, I don't give two fucks about what's going on there. I think anything that comes out as far as American media is all Israel propaganda. Let me just be honest with you. Anything that comes out of the freaking media here is Israel propaganda, bro. Nothing but it. Because anything that contradicts or even gives a more of a nuanced take, right? There is no nuance when it comes to Israel. I've noticed that. There can be nuance when it comes to black people. There can be nuance when it comes to immigrants. There can be nuance when it comes to healthcare. There is no nuance when it comes to Israel. Very much in America, it's either, hey, you're pro-Israel or you support fucking terrorism. That's it. It's black and white for and if you look at what The Wire, owned by who? When you look at the Blaze, if you look at a lot of these content creators that are really popular on the right, they're either as far as Jewish themselves or they're ran by Jews. So if you think that a Jewish corporation is going to allow you to talk shit about Israel, you're out of your fucking mind. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You can talk shit about black people all day, every day, bro. All day, every day. They'll eat it up. You can talk shit about immigrant all day, every day. But you talk anything about Israel, no, you out. This is a game. It's a wrap. It just is what it is because they've managed to label any type of criticism as anti-Semitic. I just find it interesting that people are so tired of the word racism, but they aren't tired of the word anti-Semitic. Did you ever notice that? Bro, don't let me get into the political videos. I've been having a break on Spider-Man, bro. I've been having a very much needed break on Spider-Man. Don't let me get into the nonsense that's going on. Anything and everything is anti-Semitic, but people are like, well, that's real. But when you say, hey, that's racist, oh, here we go again. Sure it is, buddy. Sure it is. That's interesting. You don't have that same opinion when it comes to that. I wonder why that is. It wouldn't happen to be because of your employment, right? Would that be the case? It wouldn't happen to be because, I don't know. I just got questions, bro. That's all. I just got questions. You can miss me with this nonsense. I am very allergic to the hypocrisy and the bullshit, okay? Very allergic to it. But it is what it is. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. But yeah, PragerU. Like I said, Candace Owens is nothing more than a Jewish prostitute. That's all she is. She's a political Jewish prostitute. That's all she is. And that's all she'll ever be. Everything she's ever done, she's had a hand up her butt. She can't stand on her own 2 feet. She never could and never will be. It just is what it is. You look at a lot of these other black pundits, Jason Whitlock, hand up his butt. That man, he doesn't own the Blaze. He doesn't own his little fearless thing. Hand up his butt. By who? I don't know. Take a look. What even the incel's favorite, Matt Walsh. Oh yeah, he's fucking based. Who is he? Hand up his butt. By who? I don't know. Take a look. You can see as far as how he's been cucked on certain talking points and certain issues. Ben will let him reign free on certain anti-black sentiments and whatnot. But you talk on that Jewish, you talking on my people, you talk about my state, yeah, it's a wrap. Wouldn't even allow Candace to interview Ye. Come on now, hand up his butt. But these are the people that I'm supposed to believe that are telling me the truth. This is the real media. You're out of your mind, bro. You're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Oh, and let me guess, Daily Wire wants to get into kids' cartoons? Huh, I wonder why. I wonder how many of these kids' cartoons are going to talk about Jesus. I wonder how many of these kids' cartoons are going to talk about Jesus. I'm just curious. And who knows, maybe he will do that. Because one thing he loves more than Jesus is money. That's for damn sure. So maybe he will do that because he knows there's a group of people out there like, hey, where's Jesus? He's like, well, I'll definitely make a buck off of Jesus. It means no difference to me if they think he's the savior or son of God. I don't care. But if that makes money, 100%. So I'm just saying, y'all just need to, just double check where you're getting your sources from. Because when we have events like this, it's real easy to see who is being paid by who. Real easy. When you got CNN coming out with freaking Israel propaganda, I don't know what to tell you. Then it's like, it's like when China, remember when China did some shit with the NBA or something? And you saw LeBron and everyone else going, we love the CCP. It's the greatest thing ever. Okay, all right. I just take notes, bro. I don't make it racist. I just make an observation. I don't make it racist. I just make an observation. That's all I do. I just take notes. What do you think about this? Well, I think this is what do you think about that? No comment. Okay. Gotcha. You can miss me with this nonsense, bro. You can miss me with this nonsense. All of this stupid wokeness, or you're a lefty, or you're a goofy talk, bro. That's marketing, fam. Marketing. I feel like so elevated because I can honestly, I think I'll still actually do this. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, but it's so easy to make monies off of these people because they've been I don't know, they've been honestly intellectually groomed into these categories. And it's just like crazy. What? It's like they want to rape our kid. And it's like, no, not really. I think the majority of Democrats don't want to touch your kids. Now, there are some elites, absolutely, that want to do that. But those elites are Republican too, pimpin'. I just find it funny that everyone thinks that their shit don't stink. And it's just like, well, if you don't think your shit doesn't stink and you don't think their shit doesn't stink, well, who wins in that? Who profits off of all of that? Is it you? It's not me. So at the end of the day, well, if you know this person A thinks person B is evil and person B thinks person A is evil, make your fucking money. Yeah, you just have to pick sides. That's the only problem when it comes to politics because it's an industry. It's a business just like anything else, right? It's a business. Why do you think you have a Fox News? And when Fox News was actually telling truth, why do you think OAN came out? Because it's a business and they make a business off of your ignorance. The more ignorant people there are, the better the fucking money is, bro. What are we talking about? There's a dummy born every day. Okay? These mofos is looking at Twitter videos going, you see, look at what they bombed the hospital. This is, sir, that's a video from 2016. Bro, I'm just saying. I think it's all goofy. If you ask me, I think it's all goofy. I've just been enjoying my break from Spider-Man because I know a lot of people have joined since Spider-Man and they not ready for the political videos, and that's fine. It is what it is. you know, but I'm going to do me. I just have to figure out a way that I can do me without, suffering a significant hit to income. But I'm going to do me, bro. It's just being trapped like to one team. You guys don't know how limiting that feels. It's depressing. And you wonder why, what's his name, Cuckmo left CNN or whatnot. It gets depressing after a while because you're just feeding people what they want to hear and it's not the truth. And you know it's not the truth. So it takes a toll on your integrity if you're someone of a decent person. Like just an ounce, a shred of a decent person. It's going to take a toll on you, especially putting out misinformation, straw mans, misframing, over and over and over and over again. And it's like, you know what? You have all those dollar signs, but you've done drastic harm to the country. You've done irreparable harm to the country, a country that you have to live in. So listen, I have no ties, bro. To me, America is no different from anywhere else, to be honest with you. They just have a very great way of hiding their shit. That's the only difference, right? People want to talk about Africa. They want to talk about this place, that place. The only difference is that you think that's, a bumfuck third world country, is that their shit is out on the public. That's the only difference, so we can judge them. You got your laundry out, out where we can see your dirty laundry. The only difference is America hides their dirty laundry. And they hide it and distract you thanks to the internet, thanks to your stupid little tablet, your EV car, the new TV show that's coming out. That's the only difference. That's really it. To the point where they've dumbed down a society where they can just do shit now more in the open. Do you notice mofos came out and said, hey, we talking to ET, we were playing chess with ET last night, and everybody was like, meh. Yeah, let's give him a bone. I'm just saying, it is what it is. It is what it is. I just find it funny. People want to talk about, capitalism, and then cry when they lose their job. Wait. We got to protect American citizens. Protect American citizens? Sir, that starts to sound like socialism to me. I know your right-wing self isn't talking about socialism because capitalism has nothing to do with protecting the citizen. It has to do with making a profit. That's what if you don't have any money to pay for my product, that's your fault. That has nothing to do with me. I'm going to move you out the way and find someone who does. The only problem is the people who are being moved aside were the same people who are advocating for the system and saying that, hey, if you were on welfare or if you had 2 or 3 jobs, well, you just weren't working hard enough. And shockingly, I guess the system doesn't really give a fuck about you. Shocker. I guess the people who are in charge of the system don't give a fuck about you either. Shocker. So in the meantime, between time, what people have been telling you, how about we focus on Americans here? Because the only time these mofos care about Americans is when money goes overseas. That's the only time they want to talk about Americans. Bro, I've been following politics for a minute now. Only time Republicans talk about Americans is when money is going to Ukraine. Is when money is going to Israel. Not Israel, excuse me. They're safe. Is when money is going to Africa. Is when money is going to the UN. Then it's like, what about Americans? Is when money is going to illegals. What about Americans? It's like, well, y'all could have been talking about Americans before any of this even happened. But when we talk about, hey, let's help Americans, y'all say lift yourself up by the bootstraps. So it's like, what? Y'all are goofy. You deserve what you get, bro. You deserve what you get. Listen, I'm so over all of this nonsense. I really am. And especially once you start learning the history of the country. As a black person, I don't even know what to tell you, bro. I really don't know what to tell you. You start looking into, well, the Star Spangled Banner, the full song. You start looking into, well, who are our 4 founding fathers? You start looking into, well, what was the Colonel Report and all that? Yeah, bro, no. Ignorance is bliss for a reason. Ignorance is bliss for a reason, bro. And then anytime you start to get a job, that's why it's funny, you have all these kids, and it's like, you don't have a job, right? You really don't have a job. Because the best way to get a reality check is for you to get a job. Because the only way you moving up is if you play the company politics. That's the only way you're moving up. Because you can be a great producer, but if nobody likes you, right? If your district manager doesn't like you, If your GM doesn't like you, then you're going to stay in that position your whole fucking life. And it's really sad to see that in some people. You have some people who aren't just socially savvy. They don't know how to play the politics. They don't know the game. And they'll be in that job for their whole fucking life. And to the point where they start backwards rationalizing why they're in the same position. Why I like this position. You do? Yeah, I do like this position. I've thought about, going applying to there, but it's not me. Okay. All right. Well, you have fun, pimping. You have fun. But there's going to be a reality check for everyone. That's what you all don't understand. A reality check for everyone. And when that reality check happened, it's going to be brutal. Because I'm dealing with the reality check. Shoot. Because you have to start thinking about retirement. Most millennials don't have a retirement plan. Hell, most boomers in some cases, right? Everybody's going to get old, pimping. You may be freaking agile right now, young and youthful, and be able to do jumping jacks and backflips and all that. You're gonna get old. There is no bypassing old age. And what you have to think about is, well, what's gonna happen when you're old? What's gonna happen when your body shuts down? Which it eventually happens to everyone. Simple as that. I don't think a lot of people think about that. So, I say have as many children as you can so you can have little slaves. And make sure they're successful. That's all. Right? Children are really your safety net. That's I know all the parents are going, Shamalahaya Hamalahua. They really your safety net, bro. I'm just letting you know. You can put all of your grievances on them. You need to be successful, little nigga. You're my retirement plan. That's correct. Okay, I know daddy didn't go to college, but your black ass is going to college. That's correct. Only a doctor or a lawyer. That's it. Those are only options that exist. Daddy, I had one of my friends say he wanted to be a gender pronoun specialist. Well, that person is no longer your friend. They are retarded. So a doctor or a lawyer. That is it, sir. Or you can be a politician, okay, and tell daddy where the Illuminati is, okay? Those are your only options. I'm just saying, it's going to be pretty lonely, ladies, when all you have is your little dog. Because when little Fido goes to little heaven, doggy heaven, you ain't going to have nothing. That goes double for you men. Oh, I don't need any women. Okay, baby. Oh, all right. Say what you want. Say what you want. But that time is coming for everyone. That's really the scary part. That time is coming for everybody. Like everybody. No matter what you believe, what you do, who you do, or where you do it. So yeah, I think that's what people really need to be worrying about. Y'all worrying about shit that don't even matter. I'm not in Israel. What the fuck do I care about what's going on in Israel? Does Israel pay my lights? Does Israel put food on my table? What are we talking about? I'm gonna let the U.S. and let them do what they want to do with that situation. I'm not in charge of where my tax money goes. It's as simple as that. You can complain all you want about where your tax money goes, but that's all these mofos are gonna do is complain. Because in order to make some change, you're gonna have to organize. You mofos ain't organizing, and they know that. And it's like, who are you gonna organize against? If the people in charge of the system who are controlling it, if you believe the election was stolen, what the fuck are you think you're going to do about where your tax money is going? You think you're going to put a bill in? Where do you think that bill is going to go? If you think the people in charge of the system are corrupt, ain't going anywhere, bro. It's going directly to the trash can. 813, you're on the line. What's a disagreement and tell me why. Going anywhere, bro.
Oh, it's going directly to the Hold on. All right. Yeah, can you hear me?
I can indeed.
All right, awesome. All right, so I have a disagreement. You said that Black people have about 5 years. I think we have a little bit more than that.
And why is that?
Yeah, I saw like a pretty much an article, I guess, that Chicago's suing the city for the migrant crisis. and uh, basically Trump is getting like about. I saw a poll, and Trump is basically getting like about 25% of the black vote. So I think we have a
Trump
chance.
is not getting any 25% of the black vote. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I saw pretty much like one of the latest studies on the Washington Post.
What about the studies on the Washington Post? Trump is not getting any 25% of the black vote.
I think he is.
How would they calculate he's getting 25% of the black vote?
Let's see. I don't see how they
Think
did it.
about this logically. How would they calculate that?
Well, it's so the way that they do, I guess, usual polls by taking a sample size. I don't know how much a sample size is, but I guess it has to be like statistically significant for them to put inside of an actual post for a big website.
How much of the black vote did he get in the last election?
I'm not sure.
You're
Definitely
not,
less than 25%.
would you
Definitely less.
would you say
So
how
basically,
significantly less did he get of the black vote?
I'm not sure. I never.
So do you
I
think
never
that
looked it up.
maybe that's probably the first way to go as far as getting a barometer as far as how valid the poll is?
Yeah, yeah. But pretty much what I'm saying is, if you've been keeping up with the polls, Biden's been decreasing in. Look, we know the Democrats are gonna run Biden, right? And it looks like every month the black vote for Biden is going down, and people are kind of switching over little by little to Republicans. Now, I'm not saying Republicans are better than Democrats. I still think that black people probably need to, be a little bit more independent and not, just do what they've been doing from Democrats to switch over to Republicans. But
And
I
the
think
issue is
if
not
they,
Democrats.
if they,
They have a better chance. Black people as a group have a better chance with Democrats than they will with Republicans.
I don't think so.
Why do you
I don't
believe
think
that?
so. Yeah, well, if you think about it, right, the main driving force for voting Democrat is that they're going to take care of you, right?
No,
Um,
that's not has nothing to do with taking care of someone.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it is because who technically votes for Democrats? Like generally, right? People that need social programs, people
Which
that
is
are
going to
probably
be
lower
everyone.
income. Yeah, that's the point. The point is to influx a lot of immigrants to eventually give them the right to vote, like the 500K Venezuelans. So that increases the amount of workers, and now basically the companies and businesses they don't have to pay you as much. So
They're not
the
paying you as
increase
much
in
anyway.
salary.
I here's what I
I
can't
know
stand.
that's the point. That's
Let's not
okay. Go
dump
ahead.
as far as capitalism on immigrants because that's the point of capitalism. The point is for me to get as much profit as I can. So if you
Right.
don't like that, then you should probably change or change the system or alter in some way.
No, I'm okay with that. But until I am a business owner, I have to
I don't
do
know
like
why you
my
would be okay with that because I wouldn't be okay with that
Why wouldn't you be why wouldn't you be okay with that?
because there's no human aspect in there.
How so? What do you mean?
Because there's no human aspect in there. The whole point is to make a profit that has nothing to do with the people who may be disabled, the people who may not be able to perform a job the same way, the people who may be going through mental issues or disabilities. So it completely
I
removes
think
any
I think
humanity from the equation.
right. I mean, I think we're going a little too far. I mean, the original
How
point is,
how are we going too far? You asked me a
I,
question why I disagree, and I told you.
yeah, but I mean, the original point is, I think that black people voting Republican, at least for right now, is probably in their best interest
It's not in their
instead of
best
voting
interest at all.
Democrat.
Republicans do not want the black vote. How clear? I don't know how much clearer it can be.
The point is, right now, the Democrats they take the black vote basically for granted,
That
right?
has
So
nothing
we're
to do
not
with the
going to get
Democrats.
anything.
Hold on, that has nothing to do. That's not the Democrats' fault.
Yeah, I know.
That's black people's fault.
I agree. But what I'm saying is,
So
right
then,
now,
so wait.
Democrats
So
they
if you
control the
agree
country,
with that premise, then by
right?
by default, you can't say the better opportunity is with Republicans. You can't say that because it's contradictory.
Okay, so what I'm saying is right now, I'm talking
There is no
in
difference
the,
between right now and a year
okay,
ago and 5 years ago. That's always been the case.
okay,
Since like civil rights,
right,
post civil
right,
rights
okay,
era, that's
right or
always
wrong.
been the case.
Okay, right or wrong. Which one do you think is better for the economy? The Democrats right now or Republicans?
Better for the economy? I don't know.
Give me your best guess.
I don't have a best guess. I think
Okay.
someone who's intelligent and knows how to run the economy. That could be a Democrat or that can be a Republican.
All right. So if you're looking at the current um, landscape of what the Democrats are running on right now, right, which is protecting migrants. Um, yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what they're spending their money on right now, and that's the reason why Chicago is basically suing the city because they're shipping in a lot of migrants, and they're using like facilities that should be for the citizens.
The issue
And
hasn't been the migrants. The issue is never were the migrants. The issue as far as the price that people are willing to pay, which goes
I
back to
think the issue is the
capitalism,
migrants.
which goes back
I
as far
think
as the ending regulations, as far as which many Republicans are against. They want
I
to
mean
talk
that's
about
a whole
protecting
different.
America. They want to talk about protecting Americans, but all the regulations and policies that do that, right? They want to remove and then complain. Well, look what's going on to immigrants. No, if I don't have to pay, if I can pay someone a lower wage, albeit they're not
Yeah.
an American, I'm gonna do that. Why? Because it's more profit for me. At the end of the day, that's just good business. But guess what?
Okay.
An American can't survive off of that. And if
Right.
if Republicans are against a certain minimum wage, right? Then guess who wins in that scenario? The immigrants. And they're not stupid. They know this. So why wouldn't they, as far as come over here?
Well, I personally, I don't think raising the minimum wage is the way to go either. I think they're just going to create a whole nother issue like New York or California. You're just going to raise the price for everything. I don't think that's
It's
the way to
already
go.
been raising the price for everything. That's the corporation hustle.
Yeah.
Then they want to blame AI or computers. They've been doing that. What are you talking about?
Right.
That's the end game. That's what people don't understand.
Well, I mean, I've been reading on the universal basic income, so I guess yeah, they'll eventually make us all slaves and all that.
It has
But
nothing to
what?
do, yeah, it has nothing to do with raising the minimum wage or whatnot. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah, but that's what creeps everything up. You know, like if you
No,
basically raise the minimum wage, you're going to increase the expenses for all businesses, and what are they going to do? They're going to pretty much just fire employees, replace
they've
them with
been
computers
doing
like
that.
Walmart.
That's the hustle. They've been doing that.
Okay, so what's your solution to all that? Because mine is I think that black people should use basically their political power that they have right now,
There is
with
go
the
for it.
potential of them going over to Republicans. That's going to well, what I would think is that would give the Democrats at least a little bit of fire under them,
Bro,
just to.
that's the Republican hustle. Think about they don't want the black vote. Do you hear me?
I don't think. I think that they don't think that they can get the black vote. So
I
if
I
they,
don't know.
if,
That's once again the Republican hustle. They've been saying that for years now. I just don't think we can get the black vote. But then they want to praise Trump for getting so much of the black percentage of the votes. That's double talk. They're a bunch of
and that's
vile,
the thing.
they're a
That's the
bunch
thing.
of vile, evil racists over there. That's all they
Oh yeah,
are.
no, I agree. I totally
They
agree. I think
don't
they're
want the
they're
black
both the
vote. So
same.
what you'd be doing is leading people in to a freaking their demise faster than what's already happening. What black people need to do is hold Democrats accountable. That's what they need to do. It has nothing to do with Republicans. You don't go somewhere where
Uh,
you're not even wanted.
the thing is, right? What I do know is that Democrats are not going to win if they don't have the black vote. We can use basically our political power that we have right now as like a bargaining chip, right? So if we vote as a block, if we vote as people, it's like, okay, these are the things I want for specifically black people. If they haven't led up to
I
passing
don't
any of that
disagree with
before
you,
we
but
vote
the
for them,
problem is is that everything, our infrastructure as a community has been undermined.
No, I totally agree. We need
So
to get rid of the Black Caucus. We
there's
need to
the
get rid
only way
of
you can do that is through organizing at
yeah,
a
I agree.
local level. But it's
I
a
agree.
little hard to organize when you have bills due, when you have bullets overhead.
And
So
I
they
don't
have
think
put a whole
that the
group of
migrants will
people
help
in
that.
disarray.
Yeah.
And the reason why they've done that is to be forgotten, to be erased.
Okay. No, I agree. I agree. I think what we're probably disagreeing on is the solution to fixing that. I don't think personally the migrants are a help. I think it'll help us to one, get them out of here. Just look at all the 500,000
So
Venezuelans
once you
that
get them
got
out of here, what's the
permits
game
to
plan?
work.
What's the game plan?
Okay, the game plan is to not vote Democrat. The
Okay,
game
I'm not
plan,
into this not vote Democrat. You're gonna have to give me a reason why. I'm asking,
yeah,
what's the
yeah.
game plan? Once you get the
So
migrants out of here, how does that then give you a job?
well, it doesn't give you a job, but it prevents your job from being taken away.
So
The
that's
500,000
literally means that's meaningless. That statement is meaningless to me. It doesn't give you a job, but it prevents one being taken away. How is one being taken away if you don't have one to begin with?
you
If
would
you're
have one.
suggesting,
What I'm
why
saying is
would you
you
have
would
one?
have one.
Let me get this straight.
Yeah,
So let's say I'm paying illegals less,
right,
significantly less than when I have to
right.
pay an American worker. But upon removing them, I'm going to pay exorbitantly more for the same work.
You're probably
Is
not.
that what you think
So
is good?
say
Is that
say
what you
you
think
ha- say you were
corporations are
able to
going to
pay
do?
say you were able to pay 10 Venezuelans, right, to do a job. If they get out, you'll have to pay 4 Americans, right? Now that 4 Americans, they wouldn't be able to have a job if the Venezuelans were there,
Why would I
and
pay 4 Americans when I can get 10 Venezuelans and double my output and productivity and income? Why would I do that?
okay,
What,
yeah,
for America? Because I want to hire Americans? Fuck Americans. I want a dollar bill, bro. What are we talking about?
I mean,
I'm not in business for Americans. I'm in business to
right,
turn a profit. I don't give a fuck who that is. It could be a black, white, Asian. It
right,
could be a fucking UFO for all I care. If that UFO can
right.
do that job for less than the American, and absolutely I'm hiring them. You have to understand
Okay,
in
I mean,
business, there is no
right.
loyalty to the country. The reason why companies put made in the USA, it's a marketing bargain. It's a marketing chip.
No, yeah,
That's
I
all that
totally agree.
is.
I agree, yeah.
So what are you talking about, bro? What
What
incentive
I'm
do I
saying is,
have as a
I think
company
we're
to
arguing from
hire
two different.
an
Right.
American and lose profit when I can hire someone else and pay them less? What incentive do I
I
have?
think we're arguing from two different points. You're arguing as maybe a business owner, right? I'm arguing as someone that doesn't have a business yet, so an employee. What I'm saying is
What
that
that's what I'm telling you. You have to be
most
thinking like an
most black
employee,
people,
right? You have to be thinking
yeah,
like that. Because why is an employee I mean
that's
you have to be
spot
thinking
on.
as an employer. You have to be
Spot on.
thinking as an employer. That's how
That's,
you get a job, is thinking as an employer. What does an employer want? That's the whole reason you have a resume, right? That's the whole reason you have a CV. You put stuff down
right.
that you
Right.
think is going to attract the employer. So if you're just
Mm-hmm.
thinking from an employee standpoint, you're going to be fuck all. You're going to be done.
Yeah, but
So
what I'm saying
as an
is,
employee,
okay,
why would the
yeah,
employer hire you if you're more?
they wouldn't. That's the point.
So what are we
So
talking
you need
about
to
here?
get rid. You need what I'm saying is, and if okay, let's be real. Most Americans are employees, right?
No, they're
You think
not.
that's a
Oh,
fair
employees?
statement?
Yes. Employees. What you mean
Yeah.
employers?
Most Americans are employees. Definitely, most Black people are employees. To be able to in my mind, to be able to create your own business, you have to start off as an employee. You're not going to be able to make a business for the most part unless you have like experience,
Well, the only way
money,
you start off as far as make a
network.
business is with capital. The reason why
I think,
businesses
I
fail
think you
is
need a little
because of
bit more than
capital.
that. I think you need a little bit more than that. You
No,
need like a
that's the main thing that you all businesses need is capital. They run out of capital. It doesn't matter how good your
right.
idea is, bro. Because if your idea is good and you don't have a capital, guess what? Me as a whale or whatever, I'm gonna come in.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to give you a deal, and I'm going to take 51% of your company. Because why? It's a great idea, but you don't have the funding to make this go anywhere. I do.
Yeah,
So it's called
that's fine.
exploitation. That's what that is.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, look, I'm not complaining about that. That's fine. My idea is to get to that point and to get the capital, you have to get a job, right? You think that's
No,
fair?
you don't have to get a job. You have to get income.
Okay, you have to
Those are
get
two
income.
very different things. They have managed to poison Americans into thinking to becoming employees.
That's probably a good point. Um, yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so how do most people get their income? Maybe it's the wrong way. Maybe there's a better way to do it. But for the most part, they get a job, right? They get a job, they save up some money, and then they create their own business. But in the beginning, if you're trying to build up that capital, I think in your best interest, you want to reduce the amount of workers that's available so you can basically raise your asking like salary, right? I was able to pretty much job hop, and that was about a year ago, and that's when basically like it was a hard time for them to find employees. So I was able to pretty much like ask $15,000 extra on my salary. So I think if you're starting off, I think that's a good thing, especially for black people because most of them have jobs.
The only reason you were
So
able to do that is because of COVID.
well, at the time it was hard for them to get qualified employees. So I was able to ask a little bit more, right? So if you decrease the supply of workers, right, which is how supply and demand works, then you can ask for a little bit more salary, or you can make more money, or you have more opportunities, like stuff like that. So I'm saying if you're able to reduce the amount of workers, now that might not be good for business owners and employers and stuff, but for
But that's
the general
superficial
black
inflation.
person, come again?
That's superficial inflation.
Yeah, but the whole point is to benefit, I guess, the general black person, right? Now, if it's artificial,
How
that's
does that
fine
benefit the general black person?
because it gives them more opportunity to get a job.
How does that get them more opportunities to get a job?
Less employees. That means you're going to be a shortage of workers. I don't know if you saw like the articles like about a year ago, but there was a shortage of workers, and now you're seeing pretty much like it's really hard to get a job right now. Now that might not be just the migrants, but Biden did give 500,000 Venezuelans the right to work. So that definitely took away jobs from Americans that probably would have gotten a job.
What jobs? Well, I don't know what you talk. What jobs? What's the salary of these jobs? Just because you have a job doesn't mean you're not going to be homeless. There are plenty of
Yeah,
homeless
I'm
people
not
who
sure.
have jobs. So what's the jobs? What's the qualification of these jobs, and what do they pay
All
annually?
right. I'm not sure, but it's
So if
my
you're not sure, then it's
speculation
meaningless
that a
saying that,
good amount
right?
of Venezuelans could be blue collar. They could be a plumber, they could be electricians. So people that
Do you
would have
think the
been
majority of black
having,
people are in the trades?
I think so, yeah.
Where is this data coming from?
All right. I haven't looked that up, but
So
I
why are
think
you
there's a good
talking out of
amount.
your ass then?
Look, my original point wasn't that
You didn't have an
that
original
they're blue
point.
collar
Your
workers.
original point was, hey, we should vote Republican, but you gave no reason why. And
Okay, this is my reason. This is my reason. I think we're getting a little too deep into it, but
I'm not
my
getting deep into
reasoning.
anything. I'm asking you questions to rationalize the opinions that you have.
Okay, yeah, that's totally fine. I think we should use our vote strategically right now because right now Democrats are taking us for granted. If we're to use our vote strategically, to basically tell them, hey, if you don't give us what we want, then you're never going to win an election again. And statistically, they can't win an election unless they have the majority of the black vote. And if most black people are saying we're not going to vote Democrat again and we're just going to let Republicans win, at the very least, they're going to improve the economy. So if we do end up becoming, business owners and everything, that's going to only help us. I made the most amount of money I made in the stock market when Trump was in. Now, I don't know if that's because of Trump, but what I'm saying is I believe that Republicans are better for the economy.
What you just said was, I don't know, just a potluck of just random talking points. You said we should withhold our vote, which is something that I've said, or not even withhold your vote, but demand something. You don't need to withhold your vote. You need to have some demands come to the table. But then you say that's why you should vote Republican. What?
For the time being, not forever.
Why? Why would I
People
vote?
should vote.
Listen, what you're okay. I want you to imagine a scenario, right? You have two girls.
Right.
One girl is not really treating you right. The other girl says, "Go fuck yourself." You're saying in order to stick it to the girl who's not really caring about you or is taking you for granted, you should get with the girl who says, "Go fuck yourself."
That's not what I'm saying.
That's literally what you're saying. Because that's
I
a Republican
so
and the Democrat scenario
don't
right
believe
now.
I don't believe that's the. I wouldn't say that's equivalent to what exactly I'm trying to explain, because one of them are going to win, Democrats or Republicans. They're going to win. I think if Black people want to at least have like a voice in the matter,
We already
controlling
have
them
a
is probably
voice
the
in the
best.
matter.
We don't. We don't have a voice.
Why don't we have a voice?
Because Democrats, okay, just look at it, right? Look at Chicago.
If you're saying
Um,
that Democrats are taking us for granted, that means we have a voice for them to take us for granted. There's a voice, right? Because in order for you to take someone for granted, they have to have a voice of some kind.
I mean, does a voice matter if no one's listening to you?
Whose fault is
If
that?
nothing, if,
That's not the
if nothing
Democrats'
you do
fault.
matter,
But that's not the
is
Democrats'
you,
fault.
oh, no, I totally agree. We didn't really put any pressure on them. And what I'm seeing is basically it's because of the older generation of people, of Black people, you know, the civil rights generation. And it looks like a lot of the younger generation aren't really, you know, that's not really resonating as much. So my thinking is, you know, like every year that I guess the old people die off, that's why we're seeing like a decrease in the amount of like the Black vote that the Democrats are getting.
Sure. So all that means is that you have to demand something for your vote.
Yeah, I think our
Yeah, but that being
our
the case doesn't make Republicans the good guys.
no, it doesn't. Well, I'm not saying they are. What I'm saying is you use them for what they're going to benefit you right now. Right?
They're
So what
they're
want
not going to
is to get
benefit
rid of
us
the
at
migrants.
all.
What they want is to get rid of the migrants, right? Do you think that's going to help Black people?
That's not going to help anyone. Because what does it matter if you get rid of migrants if they're still not going to hire your Black ass? They weren't hiring you
I
before migrants. Why would they hire you after migrants? Where now they have to pay
I
you
mean,
more.
I think they were. What evidence makes you think that they weren't hiring Black people?
Well, I'd like to know who was hiring Black people that they lost their job to an illegal.
Who's hiring Black people that were lost their job to illegal? I'd say the 500,000 Venezuelans, now that they're able to basically work in the U.S. just like a regular citizen.
So who are these Black people that lost their job to an illegal alien? Where they had a job going, they were getting paid good money, and all of a sudden their employer was like, "Fuck off, we're hiring an illegal."
Well, I'm talking about the basically the unemployed Black people. So anyone that was unemployed and that was looking for a job, allowing 500,000 people to basically work, that's not helping them in the first place. So if you were to be able to get a job, you know, it could be that a Venezuelan person, you know, got the job that you were going to get. It doesn't help you in
Okay,
any way.
so you would have to then, by some way, give me some metric or some data that would suggest to me that they would actually get the job had that Venezuelan not been present.
Okay, I don't know if they're doing any studies on that, but yeah, I'll have to look
Well,
that
we would
up.
have to look into that, right? Because just be saying there's more people in the workforce, that's why you didn't get the job. It's not necessarily the case.
Okay. All right. I mean, I guess that's something I'll have to look up.
Because
But
then you would
basically,
also have
all
to look
the
into what type of jobs are these Venezuelans getting.
yeah,
I don't know a lot of black people who are going to be doing a janitorial work for the price they pay for janitors. I just don't. I'm unaware of that group, that demographic.
you don't think there's any black person that would, accept a job for that price?
I'm not going to say there's any. I just don't know if they'd be viable for that position.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. All right. And I think basically like all the money that America's using to house these basically the migrants, and apparently there's like millions of them, and a whole bunch of them in New York. Uh, so basically, all the tax money that America's using to house them, and yeah, okay, yeah. So basically, all the money that America's using to house them, I think that could be going to American people.
Yeah, but
And if
people only say
you're,
this when that money goes to illegals or that money goes to somewhere else. No
yeah,
one
yeah,
talks about this before illegals, before that money goes somewhere. When we start
yeah,
talking
but I
about,
mean,
hey, it should help
right.
Americans, people call it socialism. They say
No,
lift yourself
yeah,
up
I
by the
totally agree.
bootstraps.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So that's
But
a hustle then.
it kind of does strike a point when in a place like Chicago, you're taking away actual, like social programs or schools or parks, and they're giving them to the migrants instead, or
Well,
they're
the reason
taking
why they
the
would give it to
tax
them
dollars.
because they're currently the group of people in a crisis at the moment.
They're not technically at a crisis. There are a whole bunch of them that's like walking through other South American countries, and they're skipping over them and going straight to America. So I wouldn't call that a crisis.
I would say a
I think
group
that's
of
just a
people are
talking
here
point.
with no job, no place to go, no food. I would say that's a crisis. And who are here
Well,
illegally, that's a crisis. So it
yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense
but I
that you
think
would
the Democrats are
tend them first
still
to see what's going on,
right.
unless you just want them to
I
just, I don't know, roam the streets.
no, I think we should have a basically an effort to bring them back to their country. I think that's the way to go. Because what I can see that the only reason that I see that the Democrats are fighting to basically like keep the migrants in America is to eventually give them the right to work and give them the right basically to vote because they're seeing a decrease in the amount of black voter support. That's what I'd see. And then
Do you
like
think
your point,
that was the
I
same
agree.
strategy that Reagan used when he legalized illegals?
That I'm unfamiliar with that. I don't know what you're
You're
talking about.
unfamiliar with Reagan legalizing a bunch of immigrants who came here?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well,
What is that? What happened?
I would just check that out. But nevertheless,
Okay.
sure, they could be using them to supplant the black vote by all means.
Yeah. Okay. So what? So out of all this, what's your solution on this? Your solution is just to not vote Republican, not vote Democrat. What?
I wouldn't vote Republican if my life depended on it.
Okay. All right. Even if you're like a business owner, you're saying you don't see any benefit.
I think it would be more beneficial to force Democrats to make concessions on
Mhm.
behalf of business owners.
Okay, but how
Because the
so?
only way you're going to be
Okay.
getting these social programs is with people who are successful in the economy. The problem is the people who are successful in the economy don't want to help anyone else or forcefully help anyone else. And when they willfully help people out, well, that money usually goes to organizations, which is pretty much in some cases just money laundering, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure, definitely, definitely. Um, I think if you're just voting Democrat, though, you're just pigeonholing basically like your vote because it's just going to happen again, and they're
The
going to
issue is
basically
not
take you
voting
for granted
Democrat.
because they do not believe you're ever going to vote anywhere else, or they
The
don't think
issue
that you're not going to
the
vote for them.
issue is not voting Democrat. The issue is voting without asking anything for your vote. The
No,
only the
I
only way
totally
you
agree.
can vote would be Democrat because Republicans do not want your vote. They're
Mm.
not going to give you anything for your vote because they didn't ask for it to begin with.
Okay, do you think a good economy is helpful to the black community, like the black people, black people.
Is a good economy helpful to the black community?
Yeah, like which out of those both parties, right? Which is more likely to end up or
It
create
depends.
a good economy?
It depends because there were a lot of black people in the 60s and whatnot that were highly educated, that went to school and did everything right. And guess what? They couldn't find a job because the people who were employing weren't employing at the time that they went around and asked for a job.
Yeah.
So in many cases, the issue is not necessarily education. People keep on saying education, education. The issue is, well, who's deciding who gets hired and whatnot? As there's a lot of, as far as employment discrimination, as there was with housing discrimination, which is still going on.
I don't know. I've applied to a few jobs. Like I don't know. I don't know if I see that. It
Well,
could
you
be.
wouldn't see it. That's the whole point, is that you have to prove it. And the only way you can prove it is by hard evidence.
Right.
So if someone says, hey, thank you, but we're not hiring you for right now, what are you going to do? Well, they didn't hire me because I'm black? Okay, prove it.
Okay, do you think that's the majority? Do you think that's like significant? I don't know. I mean, maybe that could be the case, but I mean, I don't know. I think I'd have to see.
Well,
that.
the issue is double fault. It's
I don't know. Maybe I'm naive. It could be.
Well, the issue is not
I'm
only
sure.
that, but you also have to take into account how much does it cost to get get this education? I don't know the last time you looked
Yeah.
at colleges, whatnot, or higher education. It's not cheap.
I think there's a way to get it a little bit cheaper. I think most people, they just go straight to 4-year colleges.
Well, the whole point that people go to 4-year colleges, right, is not necessarily for the degree, but it's for the access of people. You don't go to a USC simply because, to get a BA or whatever. You go there because the people who go there, you have access to those people who have access
for sure.
to other companies. And, it's more of a transition. You use it for the clientele that goes to those colleges. So you just having a BA, you can have a BA from I don't know, anywhere, versus a well-known college that other people in other positions of power have gone through. Yeah, the person who has, that name brand behind them is going to have more opportunities than the person who just has a regular BA from, just a good college, not a bad college, but just a less known college.
I mean, I think I can argue that it depends on the degree you're probably going to get.
But then
Like,
you're
if you're
asking
doing,
people to
work or
go
something-
into thousands and thousands of dollars in debt for the hopes of you being an employee.
Yeah, I think that's a personal choice. I think that's something they have to decide if that's worth it for them. I think most people are cool with making 80 to 90,000, and I think if you.
But how
go
do you
for,
how do you have them decide whether it's worth it for them if there's no other alternative that's being promoted?
Then going to a good college?
That seems to be, as far as that seems to be the route that many have been advocating for.
I think there's some workarounds for that. I don't think you're going to get promoted just based on the college you go to. I think it's based on networking and yeah, I mean, going to a good college, that'll help, but it's like.
What do
a whole
you
bunch
think
of,
that networking takes into account? That college,
if
right?
you like to, yeah. I mean, it happens there too, I guess. But it can also happen at work. You can ask people out to happy hour. You can have dinner with someone.
How do you get, in order to ask people at work, you have to be hired there?
Yeah, that's right.
So if someone already has an advantage over you, you have to keep that in mind.
I think that's probably where we're going to disagree on that. There may be a little bit of an advantage, but I think you can work your way up to that. You're probably.
I think that right there is the hustle of America, right? Because the hustle, who's that benefit? That benefits me, the employer. Because all I'm feeding you is, hey, you just have to work a little bit harder. You keep on working harder, harder, harder. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work you to your fucking bone, then discard you. You want to know why? Because there's someone right behind you who is younger, more talented, and will take less pay. So even
Yeah.
though you may be
Well,
enjoying this little bonus you have, as soon as there's someone else who's just slightly more competent than you that'll take a few extra dollars less, you're gonna be out of here because there's no reason to pay
oh, no,
you.
I fully
When
expect
companies
that.
downsize, they don't guess who they look
Yeah.
for? The people who are higher earners.
Yeah, I think okay, so my perspective is I think what people should really do is not really be working like, at one company for like 5, 6, 7 years. Work there for about 2 years, job hop, and then do it for about, 3, 4 more times or so, and then create your own business.
Let me
At
get
that
this
point, you
straight.
start
So
making
the
savings.
goal in mind is to work for a company for 2 years, job hop,
Yeah,
and then what? Get employed by another company? How do you explain
yeah,
that short term that you worked for that company? Why would I employ you?
yeah. You just basically say that there wasn't really any room to grow, and you're looking to gain some experience. You saw that company, you're excited to join the team, and you've been noticing that they've been working on some interesting stuff, so it piqued your interest, stuff like that.
So how
Kind of
many
gas them
times
up
do
a
you
little
think
bit.
you can do this?
I think I can do this about 3 more times, and then, but I'd say during my next job,
I think you
start
may
creating
be
my own business.
delusional. How many times have you worked for a company for 2 years and then job hop for another company that
Just
was
one
paying
one
you
time so
more
far.
than the previous one?
2 times so far.
You've done it 2 times.
Yeah,
You've worked for a company one time, you left it for another company. You left that company after 2 years and you went to another
absolutely.
company.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if you're being like an accountant or like a lawyer, then yeah, you can't do that. But
I would
basically in
say
my
for the
field, I
vast
can do that.
majority, it's heavily unlikely that that happens because companies don't
Yeah,
like to see that. Employers do not
for
like to
sure,
see
for
someone
sure.
job hopping because that shows instability.
Yeah, for sure. But definitely like midway, you want to create your own business and all that. So I think if black people eventually create their own business, yeah, that'll be better for them. But to get to that point, you're gonna have to, get some income, and the most likely way they're gonna be able to get it, basically like create an income for themselves, get a job. You know, um, I don't know. I guess your point is to just keep depending on Democrats. I still disagree on that.
What does
I
this
see your
keep
point of view.
depending on Democrats? I don't know what that means. When did I
Well,
say
your
keep
your
depending
point
on
is to
Democrats?
not. Well, your point is to not vote any other way. Just keep trying to pressure Democrats. Like, what if they
When have
don't
black
get
people
you?
pressured Democrats?
They have.
So when did that happen?
Let's see.
What year?
Let's
What
see.
voting election did black people pressure Democrats for a list of things of demands that they wanted? When did that happen?
Well, I'd say this year. I don't know if you keep up with like what I guess a whole bunch of like black YouTubers are talking about. A lot of black.
I'm not talking about black YouTubers. YouTube is not real.
Yeah, yeah.
When did that happen? As far as a black people as a group, or even a significant amount, have pressured Democrats for a list of things that they wanted for their vote.
Let's see. Uh, I'd say Flint, Michigan. That's the last time I really saw like a really big push to really like fix the water irrigation system in the city. And I really haven't seen any like traction from it. I think that the water's still the same. There was a whole big movement
Talking
for
about
it
a
and all that.
general election,
General election. All
right?
right.
Because that's what we're talking
Let's
about.
say when
Democrats,
a
right?
whole bunch of yeah. So when a whole bunch of police, I guess, police violence happened to a lot of black people, and a lot of them died. I think it was the 2020 election, and they were fighting for police reform, fighting for how they passed the Asian crime bill. They were looking for a black um, crime bill for black people. They still haven't gotten that. They still haven't gotten uh, what's his name, Ice Cube's you know black plan still hasn't met with him. And there was a big push for that. I don't think black people have gotten
So
have
in
gotten really anything from
decades, you're
Democrats.
telling me in the decades of voting for Democrats, this push has happened just this year.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Not this year, but the past 2 years, I'd say. Yeah.
Past 2 years. Do you find that to be problematic?
I think so, but I think
So is
a
that a
big
problem of
part of it,
is that a problem of the Democrat Party? Or is that the problem of black people?
that's a problem for, I'd say for both, because
How is it for
they
both?
keep saying, they keep saying in every election that the black people are the cornerstone, and we are, because they're not going to win unless they get black people's vote. But they keep saying that we're the most important voter block, and they only come up and talk to us when the election time happens, and they drop the ball on
I hear you.
anything for
So
a legal
wait,
message.
hold on. It's not dropping the ball because you can't drop the ball if there's no ball in your hand. If you haven't demanded anything since the last few decades, and it's only recently you're starting to ask for things, how is that the fault of Democrats? If your employer just gives you a paycheck and then requires you to do no work, whose fault is that? Is that your
Okay,
fault?
well, I can ask you, right? What did the Asians ask for? Did they ask for Asian crime hate bill?
The
You know,
difference
like
is that
they
Asians and
just
other
did.
groups have people who are representing them.
Yeah,
But yes, they very much were rallying behind that 100%.
yeah, but for a month or two,
Yeah.
that's wild.
That doesn't take
Okay,
it doesn't take that much to rally, especially if it's nonstop propaganda.
yeah,
100%.
but how long were black people rallying for the police, crime bill, the police reform, all that, and nothing happened?
Well, the reason why nothing can happen is because how as far as a bill works. So a bill can be passed in the House, but it has to go through the Senate. So in the Senate, you're going to need votes. Depending on how many votes you expect to get from Republicans and Democrats, determines whether or not a bill gets passed.
Okay.
So you have to take that into account. There are a lot of things that may pass the House, but because of Republicans or Democrats blocking it, it's not going to get passed into legislation.
So wait, was that the same case for the Asian crime hate bill? Because I don't think did that pass through the
If
Senate?
you
Did it
look
go
at
through
the
the
Asian
lower
crime hate
cabinet?
bill, they may have put Asian in it, but as far as you look at the bill, it's very much just a regurgitation of the same thing.
So it's not an Asian crime hate bill.
It's not, no, they because they can't put out a law for specifically Asians.
Okay, so that's wild that he did that. All right. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong on that. Who knows? My point is, I don't think they've been, prioritizing, the black community, and it could be that, we haven't really been, putting a lot of pressure on them. But I think a good bit is we don't have the economic fortitude to really, really put any pressure. We're not. I'd say we don't have like a central voice to really use our economic power.
Whose
I think
fault
that's
is
what's really
that?
holding us back. Yeah, no, it's 100% black people's fault.
So that has nothing to do with Democrats.
I still don't agree on just sticking with Democrats.
You
I
haven't
still
given
don't.
me any reason.
Hmm.
Like, what?
I
I'm
don't know.
so
Maybe you
confused.
just can't come to me. But I think over the years they've been putting pressure on Democrats and asking for things. I don't know. Maybe I can't think of it right now.
Sure, the only thing I know of as far as would be reparations, and that was short lived. The crime bill,
Well,
which
it's
wasn't
still
going to
going
pass.
on. People are still asking for it. I highly doubt we're gonna get it, but people are still
Well,
asking for it.
it doesn't matter because who's going to get it? Who's going to pass it? You think Republicans are going to pass it? They're going to vote on the bill?
I'm unsure.
Wait, let me get this straight. You're unsure if Republicans they're going to get enough votes to pass reparations or a bill to even to research reparations. That's what you're saying. You think it's
No,
a
let's be
possi-
real.
You think
I
it's a
don't think any
possibility
party
that
can.
happens.
I don't know. I mean, there are some black people in the
Sir,
party,
sir,
but
sir. There are some black people in the party.
yeah,
What? In the Senate? Are you talking about Tim Scott?
I don't know exactly who they are. but I'd assume there should be at least a few of them.
Do you think that's
I
a
don't
do you
know
think that's a
exactly who
stance
they
that the
are.
Republican Party and the GOP advocates for?
No, absolutely, yeah, absolutely
Okay,
not,
so
absolutely. But I don't think
there's
the Democrats can do better. I don't
so
think
it's
they're going to
very
do anything.
unlikely, almost improbable that Republicans vote in favor of a reparations bill.
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe so, maybe so. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
So why would I give my
I
vote to
like
a group of people that do not even want my vote and haven't done anything for the vote?
because hmm, let's see. My whole idea was to use it as a chess piece.
How do I use it as a chess
something
piece?
to get the fire under Democrats to be a little bit proactive on basically like helping the black community. Right now, I don't think
You
we're
don't
their
have to
priority.
vote Republican in order to use it to leverage as far as your power.
Yeah, but one of them are going to win. If you don't vote Democrat,
Yeah,
right?
it goes
If
back
you
to
use your
Batman,
vote,
right? I don't have to kill you, but I also don't have to save you.
mm, I guess, I guess. I'm not sure because my whole theory is that they're using the illegal immigrants to eventually get the right to vote, and if you basically just say you're not going to vote, um, and then they eventually start bringing them in, and that plan
Bro, what do you mean
works.
start bringing them in? Do you know how many illegals there are in this country already?
Yeah, it should be like what 2 million, 2 3 million.
There's far more than that, probably. And then you look at as far as DACA, what are you talking about? They've been here. And
Yeah, I
they've
don't
been
think
here
DACA.
since Republican
Hold on.
and Democrat.
Yeah, I mean it's a shit show, man. I don't know what's gonna happen, but
I'm telling you what's gonna happen. They're gonna get amnesty.
oh man, jeez.
Just
Yeah,
like
I
they
mean,
did
alright.
before.
So wait, does amnesty mean that they get to like eventually like a path to
A
citizenship?
pathway to
Right.
citizenship.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And yeah, I mean that's like obviously that's what the plan is, and I think New York, like I think we were talking about it that basically they don't want IDs to vote, you know, saying that that's racist and everything. I just don't see the benefit of voting Democrat. I think my personal view is, that they want you to be baseline poor to keep voting for them. And if you ever become
Why would they
you know,
want you to
like
be
a business
poor?
owner,
Who wants you to be poor? How does that
they
benefit
don't-
Democrats for being poor?
okay, because their whole stick is pretty much, social programs. And if you're
Do you
just
think we shouldn't have any social programs?
no, I think we should, but I think
So then how is someone
they should also
advocating
be
for social
creative.
programs like a negative thing?
It's not inherent. Okay, so on the surface, it's not negative, but I think that the way that like they structure, social programs, they don't really incentivize you to get off of them like after a while. Like they incentivize you to just keep using them and never really, go
Have you
past
ever
that.
been on a social program?
No,
Do you
no, I
know
haven't.
anyone who's ever been on a social program?
I do. Yeah,
You do?
yeah.
Now, what type of social program? Was this WIC? Was this SNAP?
No, like the EBT
EBT?
card.
EBT?
Yeah, yeah,
Now, the
yeah.
amount of money they get on the EBT card, is it a significant amount of money?
No, it's not.
It's not.
But
So if it's
I've
not a
also
significant
heard of
amount of
people
money, how would that incentivize them to stay on that?
because if they make a certain amount more, then they're not going to get the EBT anymore. And some
So
people,
so
some people are just lazy.
so if the money, I highly doubt that. So if the money is not a significant amount, right? What incentive do they have to stay on that?
Well, you could basically get free money for not really working.
Free
So if
money.
you,
So we're talking
let's
about
say,
maybe a few $100s
yeah,
with food. And depending on what they have, they may get like maybe a few $100s in cash as well sometimes.
yeah.
So where are you living with a few $100s?
Well, before the whole migration to Florida, yeah, you could live in Florida for about $800 a month. You can get a rent for about 700. They can give you a little bit of a little bit of money for, like 200, 300 for some food, yeah, you can live in Florida for
Where
that
is this
cheap.
$800 coming from?
That is the EBT, and if you have like housing assistance,
Who is getting
um,
$800 in cash from EBT? A single person is getting $800 in cash from
no,
EBT?
like a family, like a family, like a
So
family.
a
The
family,
friend I had, he had about like, yeah, 700, 800 bucks,
800
and that
bucks.
was
How
for
many
like a
kids did this friend
family.
have?
No, well, he had, so not him, but he was living with his mom. And
So
I
his
think it was
mom
about
was
four
getting EBT.
people. Yeah, his mom was getting it.
How many kids did she have?
Like two kids.
She had 2 kids and was getting $800.
Yeah,
And you know this for a fact?
yeah,
And you
yeah.
think $800 is a significant amount of money?
I think, okay, well, for me, no, I
Do
don't
you
think it's
think
a
that's an
significant amount of money.
incentive for her to say, you know what, I'm making so much money on this EBT. There's no reason for me to even try.
I think there's a good portion of the country that probably thinks that way. Yeah,
What is this based off of?
just what I've seen. I think because I've
What have you
had
seen that makes
two
you
people.
believe that? That a good portion of the
Oh,
country wants to live off of $800 with 2 kids.
well, what I'm saying is, what I've seen some people, like personally, that they try to apply to jobs, or they pretend like they're applying to jobs, um, and they don't really like put in much effort. So like they work the job for about a week or so, and then they find a way to quit, and then they go back on EBT, and they
Okay.
go back on just admin
So
assistance.
why did they quit?
Well, I haven't really gone into
So
exactly
don't you
why
think
they
that's
quit.
pretty important before you make
Yeah,
speculations
but
and
I'm talking
assumptions?
like just regular jobs. I'm talking like working
It
McDonald's
doesn't
and
matter what regular jobs. Those regular jobs still pay real money. So don't you think if you were making more as far as
mm,
your regular job doing 40 hours a week as opposed to relying on the government for $800, there would have to be something significant to cause you to do that?
yeah, but if you're quitting, multiple jobs, I couldn't
What
see
do you
that.
mean?
I
You're
couldn't see
quitting
that
multiple
that
jobs.
job.
The only difference is that instead of a few weeks, you stay there for 2 years.
Yeah, but it's a strategic reason for doing it, not just quitting and going back to just the bare minimum stuff. I think there's a different reasoning behind me quitting it.
You don't know why they're quitting the job.
All right, I'll ask and I'll get back to you on that.
Doesn't that make more sense before you just assume that they're just lazy and they want the $800 from the government?
mm, I mean, I guess
What do you mean you guess? Do you have no critical thinking skills? I don't know
I do.
where's this belief come from? Where you just think people are lazy and they want to get $800 from the government. $800 is shit in today, bro. I don't know what planet you live on, but $800 ain't doing anything.
Yeah, I mean today, but before, like about 2 years ago, $800 was pretty good for Florida. Like pretty decent, I guess.
I don't know
You
anywhere
get
in the
close.
country, especially not Florida. Maybe some shithole in Florida somewhere.
There's some places, you can get an apartment, they share
Yeah,
definitely,
but
but
then you still
for
have food, you have clothing, and you have utilities. What are you talking about? $800 is not going to do anything for you. And then you have to have a mode of transportation, right?
yeah,
Then you have to have a phone bill, right? Or some way of communication.
I think there's some programs that the government gives you a phone, right? Isn't that something?
What programs does the government give you a phone?
I'm not sure. I was
So
asking.
why are you just talking out of your ass, bro? Why do you have this picture that you've just created, constructed from like stereotypes that aren't real about a certain group of people that you have no understanding or no firsthand experience with? This is the
Um.
problem with Republicans.
Okay.
You just think people are just lazy because you saw some person one time that you think that they just working on the government and they could have done something. So now all people are
I think
lazy.
I think if we have social programs, I think they should be structured in a way that incentivize you to eventually get off of them.
Don't you think the $800 is incentivization in and of itself, given that nobody can live off of $800?
It could be, but that in itself, I don't think that's incentive enough. I mean,
So can you tell
it's
me or point to any data where people have access to a job that pays more than $800 and they are choosing to forego that job for whatever reason to simply get the $800 from the government? There's a job that's paying me $1,200, but you know what? I don't want to do that. I want to get the $800 from the government.
Yeah, I don't think they did any studies on that, man. I'll be honest. I don't see any money in that. I don't think that they would probably create.
So what's the incentive? I don't understand. Where's that incentive stem from? Logically speaking.
Staying on it. If you're used to a certain amount of money every month by not really, doing anything, then what's the incentive of really going out to make, $200 more, but you're working?
Because you're homeless. That's why. You're not surviving off of $800, my guy.
I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'm not exactly sure on the exact money other than that specific situation. So maybe some people are getting a little bit more. Maybe
Mall cop, if you think $800 is enough to incentivize people to not make more money, then you're fucking retarded and you have no real world experience.
Well, I've seen some people live on $800. So
how do you know they were getting $800?
Maybe that's
what person did you see that was living off of $800 alone?
I told you the situation I was telling you.
You told me about a mom of two that was living off of $800. $800
EBT, and I think she got a little bit more, like $300 or $400 more on something else, but I'm not exactly sure.
Got you. And this is because she was just lazy?
I don't know.
So you have no idea. You have no idea. You're just, once again, pulling shit out of your ass from irrelevant stereotypes.
What I'm saying is, I saw a situation where someone was getting government assistance, and
that's all you saw. You don't know why. Did you ever strike your mind that she may have been disabled, or something may have happened to her? How do you know? You don't even know the woman that you're referring to. The reason why is because you don't care. You just want to use her to weaponize her struggle, what she's going through, in order to benefit your really myopic scope in life.
Look, I have no problem with someone using Social Security. I'm not saying someone is inherently lazy for it.
We're not talking about Social Security.
So what are you talking about?
What do you mean? Do you think EBT is Social Security?
Isn't that I thought that was a social program.
Do you think a social program and Social Security are the same thing?
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay, you take care. Jesus fucking Christ. And people like that get to vote. This is fucking wild, bro. I fucking hate this planet. Bro. We're done. Thank you, bro. We're good. Bro, I'm about to end the stream. Jesus, Lord in heaven. I didn't say 800 alone. I'm saying 800 on top of their own income. So yes, most definitely it would deter people to keep it. Bro, okay. If that's what you believe, by all means, bro. If that's what you believe, by all means, bro. I have no faith in humanity, bro. No faith. Mall Cop, do you have any data to suggest that, bro? Or is this once again just something that came out of your ass? I just give up on people, bro. This is why I say I don't care, bro. Like, if aliens were to come, I would make sure to get in good with the aliens and enslave most of you. The only people who I wouldn't enslave would be the members. Everyone else is going to be a slave. It's just as simple as that, bro. It's as simple as that. Why do you think politics are the way they are? Why do you think that? Because I've already told you, the majority of people are fucking idiots. Or they're ignorant. That's just what it is. That's why. That's why someone can get on TV and say a whole bunch of nonsense, and people are like, yeah, yeah. People don't, especially in America, people don't vote based on policy. They vote whether or not I like you, how you talk, how you act. I'll be honest. That's why I voted for Trump. I was like, yo, this guy's funny. If he destroys the country, that shit's gonna be funny. At least I'll be laughing, while the nuke comes. They're not gonna do the nuke, okay? Trust me, they're not. That's a nuke. Okay, these motherfuckers are crazy. I did not know. Everyone, get to the bank. Get to your bunker. Get the fuck out of here. Right? I'm all right. Well, at least I died with a smile on my face. Better than this motherfucker we got now. We're gonna get money to Ukraine. This way, that way. That's just not funny. That's just sad. At least let me be poor and laugh. Bro, how you gonna be poor and sad? Shit, let me be poor and at least get a fucking chuckle in. Damn. That's all I'm saying. Lord in heaven. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Anyways. 234, you're on the line. What's the disagreement on? Tell me why.
Okay, look, I got a disagreement.
Go for it.
There was a cheesecake date went viral online. You never mentioned nothing about it.
Yeah, I did. I did a whole video on it.
Not just her, the chick from Atlanta with the seafood chick.
Yes, bro.
And where she went.
We went over it last night when she actually had an interview.
But hold on, Lucas, let me ask you this though. You said all American women are all great and stuff, but they're not.
Hold up. When did I say all American women are great?
Okay.
Bro, I don't even think all McDonald's are of the same quality. What do you mean?
McDonald's is a franchise, cuz. They're going based on
that doesn't mean they all make it of the same love and kindness.
Lucas, it's like you giving me your franchise name and talking about Spider-Man all day, and I can be crafty, but I can say I'm Bob Major Lucas. Like, what the heck, dude? That shows you how disrespectful the American women are.
Bro, that's not a representation of all American women.
Lucas.
Yes.
It's a lot of women like that.
I don't disagree. There's a lot of women like that. Of course, there are a lot of shit women. There are a lot of shit dudes too. There are a lot of shit people in general. I don't understand. Your goal as a man is to avoid those shit women.
But if it's more shit women, if it's more bad and good.
There'll always be more bad and good. Can you tell me a point in time where there was a whole bunch of good women?
There was good women. I mean, if you go back in the 40s and the 50s, I mean, our women was different than today. She ridiculed a man for taking her out on a date that is an ordinary date to get to know a person.
That's his fault. I don't blame anyone but him. He's the one that chose to go out with a woman like that. I don't blame her. She has every right to be a douche or a bitch. That's her right. And you have every right to avoid her. What are we talking about?
But hold on, though. She thought she's going to get backed up by all these other women. What she did, she ridiculed a man to take...
Great, pimping, then take note of those women who support her and avoid them. It's simple as that.
And there's a lot of them support...
Okay, like so take note. Bro, why wouldn't there be a lot? Do you think the majority of women are amazing women? Is that what you think?
No.
Or do you think there's a niche, there's a very small amount of women? Just like there's a small amount of men.
Only person as amazing as you then. Let's keep it real. At least you keep it real with Spider-Man too. I'm just saying, these women out here, dude, like next level. I mean, they ridiculing.
Then avoid them. I don't understand the problem. Do you watch gay porn?
No.
Never, right?
I'm not into the stuff like that.
Right, you avoid it though, right?
Yeah.
If it was on TV, would you sit there and watch the TV? Or would you go to another room?
No, because that's why I'm striking against Marvels.
Okay, there we go. So when we have a shit woman in front of you, do you stand there and talk to her, or do you go somewhere else and talk to someone else?
No.
Okay, then. So what do I care about the shit women? They don't exist to me because I don't deal with them.
But that just knocked down your argument we had weeks ago. You was talking about how good these women is, and there's a lot of bad.
No,
women.
I said good women are good women. Shit women can't be good women. What are we talking about?
Hold on, but Lucas, where is the good women at?
That's for you to find, Pimpin'. They're there. Trust me. Already got one.
Lucas,
I've had nothing but good women, bro. So I don't know what to tell you.
All right, Lucas, you grew up in the '90s, correct?
Yeah.
When did we have commercials on Popeye's Chicken talking about we cooking turkeys for you for the holidays? When did we have commercials like that in the '90s?
I don't
At
know.
least in people, at least in the '90s, women knew how to somewhat cook. 2000s, it was dying off, and now in this generation, they don't cook at all. They go
There will
Popeye's
always
Chicken.
be women who know how to cook and those who don't.
Yeah, but if a woman can't cook and clean, what's the use for her? Because sex get old after a while.
Whether you, I
I'm
think
just
there's,
saying,
I think if that's all you're looking for in a woman, besides cooking and cleaning, then you don't deserve a woman. Get a maid.
get a maid.
Yeah, because that's
No,
what you're looking for.
no,
The cook and clean,
no.
that's a
We're gonna,
maid.
bro. We're gonna get that robot. Remember we had a video
Yeah,
that you
get the
talked about a
C9000.
month
The
ago,
C9000 would be perfect for you. 100%. I don't disagree.
bro. You just put a quarter in her, and then boom, she clean the house
I
up.
don't
I
disagree. If that's
mean,
all you need, absolutely. I need more than that. But if that's all you need, then so be it. I'm not gonna knock it.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. And then other thing too about this country, I want to say it on blast now for you, Lucas, because you know for a long time you was a right wing, you know, on that side of the fence. So Lucas, between me and you, cuz, where's our money at?
What money?
You know what that money did? They sent to Ukraine. They sent to
Bro,
Ukraine
we not getting money,
over.
bro.
Hold on, I'm doing the math here. Now,
Ukrainians
Lucas,
are blonde hair, blue eyed individuals.
no, Lucas, we're gonna keep track of all
That's
the
what
money.
that's what
So
the
no,
news media
Lucas,
said. They let us,
no, Lucas,
they let
hold on,
us know. Hey,
no,
listen, these aren't regular
no,
folks.
no, hold on, Lucas. Ukraine get over $1 billion, right?
Uh huh.
Hector from Mexico come in here. They don't have to work. They always talk about black folks being lazy. They get 1,000 or 2 or 3, whatever the Democrats give them, and they get a car, and they get a cell. Well,
I
we all
wouldn't
got
say
our own
black
phone,
people
but
are lazy. I think we're a bit pompous and prideful. I think that's going to be leading to our fall,
hold on.
our
We
demise.
came in this country. We came in this country, got beaten. We built the White House.
Yeah,
We built this land, and we didn't get a we didn't get
there's
no
only one
cell
problem with
phone.
that. There's only one problem with that. No one cares.
Hold on. But don't say how great this country is. That's my other disagreement. Don't ever say how great America was for black folks. Black folks was the whooping dog who built the
I
country,
don't
and
listen. You're
everybody
not
else.
going to find any disagreement here from me. I agree with you. The only problem is no one else cares.
Of course, they're not gonna care. And then, like
Oh,
you
yeah,
made that
then you're
video a
just
couple
complaining to the wind.
I ain't complaining. I'm saying facts.
So
This
you're
is what I'm saying.
speaking facts to the wind.
No, Lucas, I'm saying this to you. When they talking about drafting us, you better do a line stream to all black folks. Don't go sign up. And even they draft you because what we fighting for?
No,
We don't
I
have
don't have
land.
anything with fighting for it. You just I need something for the fight.
Lucas,
I
where's
don't
our
have a
money
problem.
at,
I'll be a mercenary, fam.
bruh,
What are we talking about?
bruh? Hold on, Lincoln. If we go
That's what
back
black
over
people were in
200
the
years ago,
beginning, right? No, that's the only reason we fought as far as for the union because they were like, listen,
yeah, they promised us an acre, a whole acre, a half an acre, and a mule. I'm
yeah,
still waiting on my acre. Huh?
that's
So
how they got
where's
to
the
begin with.
acre?
They were like, yo, you get freedom if you fight for us. Oh damn, yeah, let's
But hold
go.
on, but the Mexicans,
Was
hold
that
on,
the South?
we need, bruh, they need to up the bar because the Mexicans came over, got free money in a car, in a damn car. I'm just saying. I mean, they need to upgrade the thing. They might have they got to promise at least a spot in space when they build the space station.
Well,
Talking about,
that's
I
for
mean, look,
immigrants in general. They will always do that.
I, no, hold on, Lucas. You don't do that to the people that you beat on. You basically, because you know they keep saying how great America was. If we go for black folks, Jim Crow era, wasn't too long ago. That era sucks. Let me see. White only bathroom. That era sucks. Let me see. We can get the best education. We got the
Bro,
handout
I don't
education.
disagree any of that. But
They
the thing
they
is, no
genocide
one
us.
else cares. There's no incentive for anyone else to
But
care.
what are? Let me ask you this: when people go to war, they fight because their land. They keep saying this is the greatest nation on the world, but they're talking about for a certain group of people. And then you got people saying welfare, food stamps was to help people out. It's not a social
Well,
welfare.
primarily white Americans. That's what it was
Was so
created
the
for.
whole well, it was for 1934. That's when it came out with Social Security. It didn't say for black people. Like I kept telling people, when was black people? Because every black person talking about they going to get a gun and stuff. Y'all need to read when we was enslaved when they was writing that whole Constitution. And I started doing the history
The gun
on
wasn't
America
for
too.
you.
Hold on, Lucas. Here goes something else. Thomas Jefferson wanted to try to get rid of. They didn't want to get rid of slaves. But the rest of those clowns say, hold on, we ain't about to get rid of our meal ticket. All we was the economy. That's all black people was. So why everybody talking about Second Amendment and they're part of America? No, because to the Ku Klux Klan become a terrorist organization, the United States have it. Or how can Bin Laden be a terrorist, but KKK ain't a terrorist? How? I'm just saying, Lucas. I go to these little hall meetings. I ask them before they kick me out. I say, hold on, until you label the Ku Klux Klan as a terrorist organization and the Proud Boys terrorist organization, and you make these laws for the Asians when they get their butt kicked here in America. I mean, they get their butt kicked for a few months. They
I
cry.
mean,
We got our butt
labeling them
kicked.
as a terrorist organization doesn't benefit black people.
Yes, it does.
How? What do I get from
Look,
labeling them a terrorist organization? Now what?
look. Okay, hold on, Lucas. You walking down the street and the Ku Klux Klan beat your butt while you got your Spider-Man gear on, and you on the news. Now
That's
they're labeled as
already
that's
illegal
terrorist.
though.
No, I'm saying if it's a terrorist organization, that's a different. Then that's a true, like they talking about hate crime. We're talking about
Okay,
terrorism.
so they go away for longer. That doesn't help me.
Yeah, but I'm saying label them as terrorists. That's a terrorist. A terrorist is basically someone who hates a group of people. They call Hamas a terrorist
Which
because he
it's
hates
mainly for
Israel.
political reasons.
Well, hold on. Is
Domestic
Hamas
terrorism, anyway.
Well, I'm talking about Hamas, that dude overseas who's fighting Israel. Is he not labeled as a terrorist?
Yes.
So what's the difference from him than the KKK? Tell me.
One's attacking Israel.
No, we ain't talking about Israel. He's attacking a group of people over a belief or whatever.
Yeah, a group of people that are in Israel.
Is that the same thing when black folks getting terrorized by white folks when they wearing masks over their face?
No, because we're not in Israel. We're not Jewish.
It's not about being Jewish or Israel. I'm saying he's still attacking a group of people over ideology. That's the same thing what the Ku Klux Klan does. How you can't?
I don't
deny that?
recall the last
Look,
time the Ku Klux Klan killed somebody. I think on the
that
list
we
of
know of.
priorities, I think the Ku Klux Klan is probably pretty low on the totem pole.
No, hold on, Lucas. If you look up some reports back in the 70s and the 80s, black people been lynched.
I don't
Masses
disagree, but
over
I
these.
don't live in the 70s or 80s. I live in 2023.
Even today, if you go to these little small towns, it's probably a couple of black folks been in somebody's backyard buried.
Yeah,
I'm just
you have
saying,
to prove that though.
Lucas, listen, I'm just telling you, till they label the Ku Klux Klan as a terrorist organization. If we're
I
black
have
and we're
no
walking,
desire to label the Ku Klux Klan a terrorist organization. That does nothing
Lucas,
for
if
me.
you have a white woman and they want to kill you for having a white woman, that's a terrorist organization.
They don't have to be a part of the Ku Klux Klan to kill me because of that.
That was the whole part of the Ku Klux Klan. White people's white supremacists was they target black people because of based off our skin. I'm just telling you, if they're attacking us because of that, that's a terrorist. I mean, how can we say we're Americans but we getting terrorized by the people who claim we're Americans? I mean, do that make any sense?
Like I said, if that was
And
a pertinent issue in the black community, sure. But I don't believe as far as the Ku Klux Klan is a priority in the black community. That's just me.
well,
Unless you're aware of lynchings that have been going on and Ku Klux Klan killing black people on the rise, I'm unaware of that.
Well, look, they probably doing on the down. I mean, they don't report everything on the news. Like the guy in Maine when he was going on his little gun spring, they didn't call him a terrorist. He just killing folks. Let that have been a black person. They would got his from preschool until
Yeah, I don't disagree.
now.
I don't disagree because the media always reports that differently.
Right. I'm just saying, Lucas, don't that sound kind of biased? How one group of people is get treated better than the next group of people?
That's always been the case in America.
So we're not one nation then. We're two nations.
We've never been that.
Like that. We're two nations. Period. Remember that movie called
I don't disagree with you.
I'm just saying which I don't see why you don't look at the Ku Klux Klan, the Proud Boys, or anything
because
against the black folk.
I'm unaware of that being a serious issue within the community.
If you hanging folks based off the skin of their color,
I understand, but can you tell me the last hanging that the Ku Klux Klan did of a black person? When did that happen?
Hold on, that one kid in Georgia when he hunted him down like an animal.
What one kid in Georgia?
That was the what's his name was jogging.
You mean Ahmaud Arbery?
Yes.
I'm
How?
unaware of
How?
any association they had to the Ku Klux Klan.
We don't know if they have memberships of the Ku Klux Klan. They never mention that, but I
So what do
guarantee
you
you
want me
dig
to
into
do?
it.
The absence of evidence is not evidence. It's not
Lucas,
evidence.
hold on, Lucas. How many times you heard of a black person hunting another black person for the hell of it, get in a truck and circle them
You don't have to be a
with
part of the
dogs?
Ku Klux Klan to have some type of aversion to black people.
I'm just saying, Lucas, this country has been targeting us since day one. And then the guy you was talking to about the welfare system, heck, look at the child support system. The child support system, this is how messed up the government is in the United States. They tell the black woman, you don't need a black man, we'll be the daddy. And that's why all the kids in the streets shooting up the whole damn
I don't
neighborhood.
know any
The-
black woman who is choosing the government over a good black man.
Hold on,
Because
Lucas.
here's where I disagree with that
You
talking
live in
point.
California, correct?
Here's the
You
thing.
live in
Let me
California?
explain to you why I disagree with that talking point. Just from a logical
Let,
stance. You're telling me you have a great black man who loves and provides for you and the child, and you're like, fuck him. I want $800 or $900, or depending on what it is, you get from the government instead. Who's provided me a house to live in, right? A roof over my head, food on the table, good sex, and doesn't abuse me or the child, and I'm like, fuck that, I want the government. I'm unaware of that.
Lucas, you
I'm
staying in
unaware of that
California.
case. So I don't agree with that
Lucas,
talking point. That makes no
hold on,
sense to
Lucas.
me.
Lucas, you stay in Cali? Go
Yes.
to Oakland. Oakland.
What
Go down
about
to
Oakland?
Oakland's one of the wealthiest neighborhoods, very poor, and you will see a lot of single mothers in Oakland, California. You live in one
Therefore,
of the most
what? I don't know.
dangerous.
Like I said, but the argument is that they're choosing the government over black men. That
Okay,
makes
if you
literally
go,
no sense.
if you look up California single mother households in the poorest neighborhood, is a very high margin
I don't care about that, right? That doesn't tell me how that came to be.
because, again, let's hear me out. A lot of single mothers, for one, the father's in jail that she messing with Pookie or Ray Ray. Then the kids are getting raised by the mother, and the mother can't really raise the kids without the dad. So now you have an endless cycle of the
Okay, so that
over and
has nothing. So
over.
that's a different scenario than women choosing the government over a good, viable black man.
They're choosing it because it's all they know. That's what I'm saying. We got that one of the highest rates in the poor communities are black single mothers.
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying there's a difference between women just getting with a wrong man versus a woman getting with a good man, and in turn choosing the government. Those are two different scenarios. When looked at the data,
Okay,
yes, women of lower income and education typically get more often than not get with other men of low income and low education.
right.
Yes,
But
that
uh,
happens in
but
all groups.
but hold on. But then in the poor community, the Democrats will promise the black people $15 an hour, and then you got dummies who like go vote for these idiots like the UAW with Ford plans and all that promise them we'll give you more wages. How about people do this? Go learn a skill like welding, plumbing, carpentry, learn automotive, learn a skill where you can make money versus, please, sir, can I just get $1 here? Like, come on, man. Like, how hard is it to tell somebody, learn a skill? If a man begs for a fish today, teach him how to fish so he don't beg tomorrow.
What are you
What
talking
happened to those
about?
days? I'm saying is our neighborhoods would better if we teach these kids a skill and teach them how to be a man and then teach the young ladies don't choose Pookie and Ray Ray and we can bring the single mothers
The
percentage
issue is
down,
not
but they don't.
the issue is not the existence of Puka and Rain Rate. Those lower socioeconomic groups are always going to exist. They exist in white
No, they
people.
won't.
They will always exist, and
No,
they always have existed. There's always been a
no.
lower subset within a group.
I'm saying this, okay, Lucas, if you can motivate and teach a person a skill, what's the chances of them going out doing crime? That's what I'm asking you. If the kids learn something and they can make money off of it, like certain kids right now, they're making
I
money off
don't
YouTube.
disagree. So that's called outreach. Are you doing outreach in the black community?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to,
There is no
but I'm
try. It's
saying
either you're doing or not doing it. So are you doing
Well,
it?
the
How
thing,
many black
well,
youths are you mentoring?
well, I'm doing family first, and then
So
working my
how
way
many
down the
black
street.
youths are you mentoring right now?
Oh, in my family, I got like 30 people.
No,
30
I'm
of
not
my
talking about in
nephews and
family. Obviously, I would hope that you would, as far as help those within family. I'm talking outside of family, right? Those who are victims of the Pookie and Ray Ray. How many of those black youths are you
now I try
mentoring
to
right
reach.
now?
Now I try to reach some of those, but it's hard
I
reaching them
asked
in the
that. I
black
asked
youth.
how many are you mentoring right now? Obviously, it's hard. If it was easy, everyone would do it. So how many are you mentoring right now?
Right now, I'm starting. Oh, I've been starting off with 5 or 6 right now,
So you're
and they're
mentoring
like,
5 or 6 people that aren't within family.
right. But
Okay.
right now, I'm trying to get them to learn a skill. But the thing is, it's hard. They come from
Now, how
a
did you
single
come across
household.
these 5 or 6
Nah,
individuals?
they came from a church member, his grandkids, because his daughters have a bunch of kids out of wedlock. So I learned a skill years ago, and they have programs for the kids to learn skills. So the way I reach out to them is I give them flyers and tell them when they go to the after school programs, we'll teach them a skill. Even at the schools, I've been working my butt off trying to bring back welding or some type of automotive so the kids can learn versus selling dope. It was one kid, because I never sold dope in one day in my life, was
That's
teaching me.
Wait,
I
so
didn't know what a
are you
dime bag
actually
was
teaching
until,
them or are you giving them flyers?
well, I was teaching them too, but also they got more. You can show somebody how to do brakes, oil change, but it's good for them to also know the theory and all that behind it. Now I can do so much in so many hours because I work too.
Gotcha. No, I
That's the
understand.
other.
So you're teaching them. Okay. How many other black men have you recruited?
Like I said, it's like 5 of them right now, 5 or 6 of them.
No, no, no. I'm
The
not
six
talking
is
about
going to.
black. I'm not. Those are the black youths that you're teaching. How many other black men have you recruited to do the same thing that you're doing?
Well, that's the hardest thing because a lot of black men is like, be honest with you, most of the people I know rather work in the warehouse, and I don't think that's a good. That's not a good mindset because you can work in a warehouse for 20 years and they can close up and you can be starting off from ground zero. Me as a master tech and a welder, I can go anywhere in the world.
You don't
Like right
think that
now,
the black men within the warehouse they don't have any wisdom to bestow on black youth because they work in a warehouse?
well, warehouse jobs, for one, for example, okay, I'm a welder and I make my one job making over 6 figures.
I
But if
understand.
I want to,
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the other black men that you are discriminating against because
well,
of their employment.
when I worked in the warehouse, I was making barely 40 bands a year. I made more money once I learned the skill.
I'm not.
My
I
income,
understand. I'm talking about. Do you think that those black men who work in the warehouse do they have anything of value that could be presented to mentoring
only
Pookie
thing,
and Ray Ray's kids? Do you think it would be as
yeah,
far as?
only,
Do you think it'd be valuable if Pookie and Ray Ray's kids worked in the warehouse as opposed to shooting up the neighborhood?
I mean, working in the warehouse is not a bad start, but it's always good to keep
Okay.
educating yourself.
All right.
That's not a bad start.
All right.
But you gotta continue grow. Like you growing. Like your YouTube
I
show,
don't
you
disagree,
start
but the thing is,
like
you
you
can't.
grown. Like
The
you
thing
gotta
is,
admit though.
I don't disagree, but you can't do this on your own, right? So you're gonna have to recruit other
No.
black men in order for this to be a local movement in order to help out the community.
Right. Yeah.
So it seems like
I'm just saying.
you seem to be a little bit up nose with it. You're nose in the air when it comes to recruiting other black men to assist you.
I don't know it's not nose in the air. It's just I've been there in the warehouse and I don't think that's a good like I've been there and once I learned a skill, Lucas, and the crazy part is with a skill you can go
I
anywhere.
understand
You can
you
get
made it out of the
you can
warehouse.
get
I
mad with
get you. Do you think you're the
I can
only
get mad at my
person to make it out of a warehouse job? Or do you think there's maybe possibly other black men in the warehouse who want to make it out of there?
I mean, I think it's others want to get out of there, but a lot of people want to work for Amazon and I call the Amazon a slave ship.
Okay,
Like
well,
I don't
you have to understand not everyone is like you, right? Everyone has certain skills and talents that God has bestowed upon them. Not everyone can do what you do. Not everyone's made to be
welding
a CEO or to be a welder.
a welder basically whatever you put your effort into and your time in, you can master it. Is that like being a welder? Then like overnight, I was like,
I
oh,
understand.
it's
No
just
matter how
welding.
much time and effort I put into being a brain surgeon, I'm not going to do it. I don't have a passion for brain surgery. I don't care about brain surgery.
Right? Okay, I agree with you with that. 'Cause you gotta have a passion, like stick welding, TIG welding.
Right?
at
So how
first,
about so
it's
instead of pigeonholing the youth, how about we find out what they excel in and motivate them there? Let them know, okay, if that's what you like and you have a talent for it, then put all your effort, in that category or in that field and make a
well, I,
career out of it.
right. That's the only thing I just want the kids to learn.
But
Like
you
no
don't
bad.
believe that someone from a warehouse could teach them that.
Well, in the warehouse, you just like when I worked in the warehouse, all you doing is packing the boxes. When you become a mechanic, this because I'm a mechanic too. One thing about mechanics, you is no such thing as a lazy mechanic.
By
If
all
it is,
means,
your
do you
car
know
ain't
any
gonna
other
run.
black mechanics?
To be honest with you, I know more white mechanics than blacks.
Okay. Do
And
you
and
so
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was at the dealership, I was like the only black person
would
there.
you be opposed to a white mechanic helping out?
No,
Okay, so
once it
how many
touches a
have you
cure,
spoken to any of the white mechanics?
yeah, like the old white mechanics, like I
And,
talked to the old ones,
and they're
they don't
down to
mind.
assist you?
Yeah, like the white, that's the
Okay, so
crazy
how
thing,
many
right?
white
White
mechanics
people,
have you recruited?
me, I would feel like 10 or 15 of them.
You've recruited 10 or 15 white mechanics?
The ones I know that's good, I want no hack. I gotta
I
get
mean,
the best of the
I think
best.
that's awesome, man. So you're doing it.
I mean, I'm not about to get no average, like no average Joe. I
I
get the
mean,
best that's gonna
so
teach.
then you're doing it. You yourself are mentoring up to 6 kids. You've recruited 15 mechanics, right, to also assist you in reaching out to the youth. I mean, what's the problem here? I think you should, as far as go to another city and do the same thing, or at least find someone who can, maybe start an organization or a nonprofit or something. If you're that successful at recruiting and mentoring, I mean, maybe that's your call.
Because the other thing too, Luke, is a lot of like the old timers are retiring, and they're really like nobody want to be a mechanic. Like being a mechanic, like I tell the kids up front, it's days you come home, your body just aches, every bone in your body's feeling like it's about to fall off, and then when you take a hot shower, it feel like your whole body's making that noise, and then it's like you get in the bed and you go straight to sleep. It's like you've
I
been through
mean,
a
that's
war.
fine though. But you're getting Pookie and Ray Ray off of the streets, though, right? You're mentoring these
Yeah,
youths that wouldn't have any way out. You can do that
yeah.
in one neighborhood, in another neighborhood, in another neighborhood.
Lucas, being a mechanic, I own over like 15 cars.
Has
My
nothing to
cars
do
run me
with you. It
80.
has to do with the youth who are the future.
Well, I'm teaching them like you don't have to buy a brand new car for what 80,000. You can
I
take a
hear
car
I
that's
I
five
hear you.
hundred
What I'm
dollars.
saying is you should expand and grow grow this venture. That's what I'm saying. I think you would find a
Well,
lot of people who would support this with their money.
well, I'm gonna try that too because other thing too, I told the kids like instead of going to the parts store, go to the junkyard and find a car that was in a wreck, and as long as it's the same car they have, they just take parts off of it
Yeah,
and just put it on their own
that's
truck.
awesome. How long did it take you to recruit these 15 mechanics?
Well, it took me about I'll say 6 months to a year.
So about a year, 15 mechanics. That's pretty solid. And if they reach out to
Yeah,
someone else to be like, "Hey, how about you come and mentor these kids?" I mean, you could have a worldwide movement here, bro. You could be the
yeah.
Moses for your people.
Well, because the other thing too, like we had a couple of Democrats run for office, and I put one on blast, so she kicked me out. I was like, why we don't teach kids a skill? Because all they crying about is, oh, they're doing this and this in the neighborhood. Yeah, but you can get out. Like when I was a kid, we had the Boys and Girls Club. If you're not doing that, you can do sports, or you do like they teach you like a skill. In the '90s, we had that. Now, all the kids they're on TikTok,
I
and
don't
our TikTok.
disagree, bro. You're the one with this talent. I don't have this talent,
I'm just
and nor do I have
look.
the passion for it.
You do got that
I'm
talent because
ready
you
for
hold on.
extinction.
You got your show, and you can teach other
Bro,
kids
my
how
show,
to.
if you start a company or something, I'd be more than happy to promote your show on the daily.
Okay,
A
but
hundred
I'm just
percent.
saying, like your
Big
show,
Dog
like
wants
your
to know
show.
if you're a welder for a Filipino company.
No, I don't do the welding for the Filipinos. I do it for this American company I deal with. And that's
Okay.
the other thing. I weld, and I also weld in the Philippines. And that's the other thing that's kind of hurting too, because I got family in the Philippines, and I'll be shipping all my money over there. You know what I'm saying? And I built me so much land, bro, like right now, like my daughter right now, I'm teaching her to be a welder since she was what 5 years old. My daughter know how to weld TIG and
That's
stick and all
freaking
that.
awesome. That's awesome. And the fact
True.
you've recruited as far as so many people, I just don't understand. Why don't you expand and grow?
Because in the Philippines, it's easier for me to do this.
Wait,
Like I've been
what
doing this
state are you in?
right now. I'm in Ohio, but
Okay, so why don't you expand and grow?
because the other thing too, Lucas, like I said, I'm doing it overseas too, and overseas is
We
less
don't. The black
complicated.
people don't need help overseas. We good. Well, you from the states, all right? So why don't you focus here in the states where it's needed?
Well, because the other thing too, because I'm only here like 6, 7 months out of the year, or 6 months, and then I go back overseas. Because I got family over there. I'm only over here,
It
like I
doesn't
said,
matter.
trying to
That's the
help
whole
out.
point of a business, right? The whole point of the business is not only that it's self-sustaining. Excuse me. So you don't have to be there in order for it to continue flourishing.
Hey, ask Big Dog, he ever been to Siki Horror?
Big
You ever
Dog, have
get
you
a
ever been to
chance?
Sikihora? That's what he's asking. Big Dog can hear you. Wasn't just not too long ago he was in the Philippines. Yeah, he travels, Big
Okay.
Dog, like every 6 months apparently.
Well, Siki Horror got this magical tree they use for tours. Um, it's like a 200-year-old tree. If Big Dog ever go there, it's real fun. Like they got so much stuff you can do in the Philippines.
Bro,
Internet sucks though.
we're talking about changing a
Well, I
whole
know, but
group of people,
I was just
like a
telling
whole
Big Dog
race
what
of
I
people's like trajectory. Like what are we talking
I
about,
know.
bro?
I'm just telling Big Dog where I'll be at when if you look me up on and Siki Horror, like
I get
look
it,
me
but
up.
you apparently have a talent and a skill for something that could benefit an entire group.
I know that's what I'm trying to do here. That's what I don't like.
But you're doing it.
I
It's not
listen
you're
to
trying to do it. You're already doing it. You just need to
Lucas.
expand.
My biggest like I tell the kids like when I'm teaching them, because like some of the kids, their father's not there, so a lot of them be telling me their problems, and I just tell them, sometimes in life is not gonna be easy, and I was just trying to teach them, get them out, from trouble, because in Ohio, man, I thought Detroit was bad. Ohio's like turning to be real bad, bad in Philly. Like we just had a shooting not too long ago. Like they shot up the whole, like these kids shot up a gas station. They shot up
Yeah,
the whole
from what I remember,
neighborhood.
I did like a long stream going over where the crimes and stuff are in each state. Yeah, Ohio, a lot of these bumfuck states that got some crazies there. So yes, you are
Yeah,
the Moses, bro.
Lucas. If I, like I said, in the next few years, if everything works as planned, and I can get these kids to learn the skill and stick with it, but bruh,
What do you mean
like
is
I tell the
everything goes
kids,
planned? You've recruited 15 people to do the same
I
thing that you're
know,
doing.
but my goal is to teach them and hoping they teach, continue the tree, branch out to other kids. That's my
Well, yeah,
biggest goal.
that's what's supposed to happen.
That's what I'm hoping for. And that's what I'm hoping for. Nothing's
Why wouldn't
guaranteed
that
in life.
happen? I don't understand.
Well, I'm saying there's nothing's guaranteed. That's how I always look at life. Because tomorrow things can be different tomorrow than today.
Sure,
So
but even if the 15 that you recruited, you haven't stopped recruiting, right?
no,
Okay,
no, I
then.
continue.
So
Like
even if the 15, even if
I
some of them, half of them, abandon the cause, you're gonna still constantly bring in new people to help.
like at the dealership I used to work at, I still tell kids they can go up because our dealership used to do a program where the kids could come after school and like for a few hours just be around the master techs or the regular technician and just learn little simple things. And we're trying to get that back because, like I said, all the old timers retiring and nobody want to work anymore, like doing the hard labor. The middle class, they used to call it, because mechanics is good, but then, like I said, I was like a master mechanic. Then I had to upgrade to welding because welding I made 10 times more money, and I enjoy it.
Well, there you go. Well, you are the Moses, so you need to continue what you were clearly put on this
Okay,
planet to do.
I will do that, and then you keep doing you,
So
man.
start an organization, do a nonprofit or whatever, and make a business out of it.
See, that's the thing. I don't want to make a business out of it. I'm just trying to help. I don't really.
Well,
I'm
you
not
could
trying to
help
get make.
even more people if people A first knew about it and B if they could donate to the cause.
But see, I don't. I don't. I'm not the. I just want to teach many people as I can. Because I had a mechanic when I first
But you're
started.
not
This is
teaching
like
as many people as you can. That's the thing. You're limited to you. If you could
no. I mean, I
duplicate
got my.
yourself, then you can teach 10 times as many people.
Okay. Well, I will look into that business thing. Right now I'm just focused on what I'm doing
You should
now,
or do a
and
nonprofit.
I have to look. I'll look into it because nonprofit, you still got certain guidelines that you got to follow. So I'm gonna look into that because I never did that before. So I'm gonna look into
Would
that.
definitely look into it.
I'm gonna look into it, but you still amazing, Lucas. And tell Big Dog I said hi. If he comes to Siki Horror, he can stay in my mansion, and he'll see how nice my land is. He can eat off my land too.
Big Dog said I
I'm
wasn't
playing
there.
big
I wasn't there for visiting. I was in southern Philippines working.
working. Tell Big Dog right now if he want to come to the Philippines. I built my house costing me about 20-some thousand. And if he wanted to get, like, my uncle built his house in Cebu, cost a little bit more. He got for 60,000.
Big Dog
He
says I'm
said
not going to your hut.
it's not a hut. I got 4 bedrooms for one, and a guest room, and I got like Big Dog see my house. My house, oh my goodness, it's so nice. And I got so much land. If he want to work on my land too, he can. Like, I'm just saying.
Big
And
Dog, if
Lucas,
you want
if
to do
you
some
want to,
contract work, he got you, bro.
and
He's got you.
I will pay you American dollars, not pesos,
Oh
because
wow.
the average Filipino, yeah, because the average Filipino only make about 10,000 pesos a month.
Hmm.
That's on the average. Like my wife, she was making 22, but now, like I said, she stayed home and run our store. Like
Okay.
she texted me right now. She texted me right now, and she just right now is busy selling rice. Like I told
MP
you, Big
says
Dog
ask
knows about
about the fruit stand.
the fruit stand.
Yeah, that's what MP
Yeah,
said.
they got a bunch of fruit stands. They
Okay.
got some that sell like pineapple, some sell bananas. Yeah, the fruit stands are cheap. Like you can grow your own crop and everything.
Got you.
That's all I understand, Lucas. Why you don't want to come to the Philippines? I got you,
Big Dog
Lucas.
says
I
I ain't
got
working
you.
for you or anyone.
Hold on. Ask Big Dog if the women in the Philippines beautiful. Ask him that.
Oh my God. He hears you. He hears the question. I'm sure he'll respond.
Ask him. Hey, ask him because he will tell you for himself that women in the Philippines are the most beautiful women. Between the Philippines and Germany, they got some of the most beautiful women. And Big Dog knows that those Asian women are bad. We're talking about some true baddies. And Lucas, you scared to go over there because you know if you go over there, you might have a couple of little Lucases over there.
I
And
already,
they get
I already
pregnant
got
too.
wifey here. I'm good.
Lucas, her
I'm already
cousin.
situated here.
Lucas, I showed her cousin your picture last time I was over there. Because right now, like I said, I stay in a small little town. Man, I had like 15 her cousins wanting to hit you up. And I told them I'm trying to get you
Big
over there
Dog
but every
says you
time.
must be blind or got cataracts.
What? Hey,
I don't know. He's
Big
not
Dog,
co-signing that, buddy.
hold on.
Mm.
Big Dog, he telling me that the Filipino women are ugly. They're very beautiful. They're short.
Big
Maybe
Dog
if they're
saying
like
it's an
short.
acquired taste. That's what he's saying.
Okay, ask Big Dog this. Who's better, Filipinos or the German women? 'Cause
Filipino or the
women are mixed.
German?
Yeah, Germany. They got the women over there because some of them mix with
Filipino or
Turkey.
German women? I don't know. Based on my experience, I'd say German women, but that's just me.
I mean, bro, when you go overseas, you see these beautiful women. Like there's some baddies over there because Filipino are mixed with black, Spanish, and it's another race they mix with because they're technically black, but they got colonized by the Spain.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I told him, Big Dog. Like, you go over there, there's some baddies. Like, Lucas, I don't know why you scared to go overseas.
I'm not.
Lucas,
I just
listen,
have
you can
no.
go
I
to
have no
CQ.
reason to.
It's only like what you in California. So if you go from Cali to Japan, and then from Japan to um Cebu, that's only like a 35-hour flight. And
I'm
when
good.
you bro,
I got
remember that
everything that
Tupac
I want
song?
here. Why would I go to Japan? I don't
Hold
understand.
on. Lucas, remember that Tupac song when I jump on the scene, I got Hoochie Mama screaming. That's gonna be you when you get off the plane.
No, sir. No, sir.
Bruh, and then feel like
Those days
Florida
are
too. I
long
don't know.
behind me. Long behind me.
Lucas.
I'm trying to
Look,
start a family. I'm trying to be a father. Yeah, no, we're good.
Lucas, listen. You didn't sign on the dotted line yet. You're still a free agent. Until you sign that dotted line. Look, all right, look,
Satan, get behind
just like,
me. Satan, get behind
listen,
me.
I'm trying to recruit you like LeBron trying to recruit KD. Come to the land, you will win everything, Lucas. Even Big Dog knows when he was in the Philippines, the money's good, our dollar is strong. Two, they love black folks, and three, they're mostly Catholics there, so you don't have to worry about no crazy Hamas.
Mm.
You far away from that. I mean, dude, do you ever want to live? You ever watch Discovery Channel? And in some parts of the Philippines, you feel like you're in Discovery Channel.
Yeah, I don't
I
know if that's a
understand,
positive thing.
Lucas. You only get one life.
I
If
don't
you
I don't
want,
like trees and all of that.
Lucas, it's hot all year long.
It's
The
hot here
bugs,
in LA all year long.
no, not this kind of hot, Lucas. We're talking about the middle of the equator. I thought Florida was hot, dude. I was sweating by my balls down there. Like,
That doesn't sound pleasant.
no, I'm just saying it's hot. It's more hotter because you're in the middle of the equator. And then down there, when it rains, it sounds like a rainforest. Like it's like going to the zoo every day, but you part of the zoo.
I just
Like
Well, let
like
me
it
get this
rains
straight.
harder
It's
now.
like going to the zoo every day, but you're part of the zoo. Do you think that
Yeah,
sounds alluring to people?
dude, it's like a rainforest. It's a tropical island.
I
You
despise
watch,
the rainforest.
hold on. You watch that TV show called We're in the World's San Diego, and she used to tell us about geography and all that.
Uh-huh.
If you do the geography in the Philippines, that's a tropical island. Nothing but
Yeah, I
it's
don't
gonna feel
like
like
that. I
rain,
would burn down the tropical island.
Lucas. I
Everything
just
you're
wish you
saying
could.
is like the complete opposite of what I like.
Lucas, I just wish you go out there and just try it before you sign this crazy contract for just putting the rest of your life versus seeing the world. Okay, if you don't like Filipino women,
I've seen the world. The
Germany.
world is trash, bro.
Have you been to Germany?
No, I haven't been to Germany.
You go to Germany. Because if you go to Germany, bruh, if you go to the clubs over there, my one friend, he met his wife at the club. She fought 4 chicks to get with him. Over there, she'll buy the women buy you drinks, they buy you food, they
They
treat
buy me
you
drinks
the way.
here. I don't I
No,
don't understand.
Lucas,
I don't need to go
Lucas,
to Germany to experience German women.
listen, German women are different.
I know
It's hard,
they come here to LA, pimping. What are you talking about? I
I,
don't understand.
but
Do
don't
you
you
think there are
realize
no
those
German
field
women
goals?
over here?
I know, but see, they've been Americanized a little bit. We're talking about the ones that have been Americanized,
No,
the
not
ones
all
that
of them.
still. I know, but when they get to America, you get a little Americanized because that OnlyFans is like kryptonite over here. I'm talking about the ones who have experienced American BS. Go back to their homeland, bruh.
Hmm.
They will treat you so good, bruh. You can look up Germany on YouTube, and you'll see brothers talking about how good it is, bruh. My cousin went over to Germany, and the chicks was fighting over him. He was sitting back eating popcorn and trying to figure out which one, because he gonna take the loser. He gonna take marrying the loser,
Hmm.
because his girl got her butt kicked. She a good wife. She always talk about how what she had to go through to marry my cousin. Like I said, and they love our music. Like she like Tupac, Biggie. She can't dance, but she likes stuff like that. Okay, let's say that country's not your thing. You want to get the one country you got the number one hospitality in the world on this planet.
Hmm.
I don't know in the universe, but on this planet, it's the Republican of Georgia. It's south of Russia, and then number one in hospitality. So you got to get a guitar. The way it works is you get a guitar, you got a quarter, bring her some flowers, sing to her, and then you go to her dad for his blessing because they don't do dating. It's marriage or nothing. So
Okay.
all your American ways you got to take that out the door. If you start messing around with her, that's your wife. And if not, you got to leave the country ASAP. But that's in the Republican of Georgia. Europe,
Why
that's
would
where
I want
Ukraine,
that?
because I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, all that dating stuff, what's we dating for? If you get to a woman who cooks and cleans, who's very loyal and is very respectful and understands she submits to you and you're the head of the house, like It's not that hard. When you go overseas, like even in Germany,
I don't
women.
have to go
Oh,
overseas to find that though.
Lucas, these women talking about independence.
I have that right
Hold
now.
on, Lucas. Here's a good disagreement for you. If women so independent here, why come when it's time to go fight a war, they want to go back being a woman? I'm just saying.
Because we
If
don't
you want
want
to be
our population to go zero.
no. They're independent, Lucas. If she want to be G.I. James, strap her boots, like you always say, strap by your bootstrap, put on your glasses, get your gun. That ain't how you tell it on your show, Lucas. I'm just saying. If she want to be G.I. James, let's go in the battlefield.
Well, you expect
She
all
think,
of the population to go on the battlefield?
no, this is time to prove a point. She want to be a man. I'm going to treat her like one. Clear your gun, go out there, and we're going to go fight this evil Russia, whoever we fighting,
Well,
and
I
go
mean
get captured.
there are female soldiers, so I
Lucas,
don't
and World
understand.
War, I'm going to take, you want to go back in time? Let's go back in time, Lucas. Years and years ago on your show, they made a video game with a woman on the cover, and you was laughing so hard. I was messed up on somebody's car because that's how hard you was laughing, made me crack up.
What
What was that
what
game?
game was it?
It was with the chick on it. It wasn't Call of Duty. It was it Battlefield, and they had a chick on there, and she supposed to be fighting for World War II. And you was making fun of that game, and you said that was the most bogus stuff you ever seen in your life.
Mm,
You know what I'm talking about? It was a one woman on the cover. Was it Battlefield?
I don't remember. Maybe
It was for
Battlefield
the
5?
Xbox. I think so. And they had a chick on there with the gun,
Mm.
and you said it was no chicks in World War II. Like
Yeah,
the way
made no
they try to
sense.
portray it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said these women won't be independent. They get the independence. You want to act like it's a battlefield? Fine, go out there, and we're gonna put you front of the line on the front line, so you get all the good action. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Luke. Yeah, let's make the point because they always say they don't need us. They claim, and then I don't know if you've seen the
So
statistics,
because
but I've
they
been
say
looking
they
at this.
don't need men, they should go to war?
Oh no, they women saying they're better without us because they turning lesbians have
But
the
some
highest
women are
highest
better without it. What are you talking about? Not every woman
Lucas.
is designed for a man. Some of these women are designed for
Look,
cats and dogs.
that's why we invest into that because we're gonna get rich off they dumb butts. Because by the year 2034, they say gonna be more single women in America
Okay,
because
great.
they because the
I don't
feminist movement lied
listen,
to
I don't
them.
know why y'all want every woman to have a man. No.
Lucas,
That's not what needs to happen. Some of these women need cats and dogs. Just like
I
some of
know,
these
but they're
men need cats and dogs. Not every man is designed to have a woman.
no. But these women try to portray themselves if they can protect themselves without us. Like they feel like the man job
Some women, well,
of
what do
going
you
around.
think they do when they don't have a man?
I understand that they got brothers, but
Do
my
you think
thing
every
is
sister has a brother?
they got a cousin. Come, there's some way of that family, and the whole family can't be that stupid.
They're gonna have to
Anyway,
be
Lucas,
self-sufficient on their own for some time until they find that suitor.
but Lucas, hear me
I
out,
don't know. I
brother.
understand. I don't want a baby as a woman. I don't understand.
Nobody
I
want a
want her to be
baby.
strapped up just like I'm strapped up. I don't
I mean, shit,
understand that.
my wife got a rude awakening when she thought she was a independent woman, and when she wasn't on the battlefield, she went right back to her dad talking about she's sorry. I mean, this is before I met her. She thought all that. Oh yeah, I can go fight on the yeah. Guess what she did? She was fighting against some rebels because in the Philippines they got rebels, and one of those rebels effed her up real bad, where she almost got killed.
Hmm.
Yeah. After that, she said that like messed her up for a long time. Yeah.
I
So
think
she
that would
told me
mess
she'll
up
never.
anyone for a long time. That's why we have veterans with PTSD.
No, Lucas, listen. And when you sign up for war, you already know you're gonna be already know what you get into. It's gonna be you against another person. It's your will to live over them. That's what war is. Ain't no between no lines. Ain't no nothing. It's you want to live more than they want to live. Period.
Okay.
That's what Israel and Israel and Hamas is fighting. Is they want that land and they thinking they will gonna be better than the next person will. Let's call it for what it is. That's all war is. And
Okay.
all I'm saying is, Lucas, these women here in America are brainwashed with some goofy stuff. It's only in the West. You don't see that in Europe. You don't see that in the Asian countries. It's only here, and it's so bad. They over women getting mad because guys. I don't support the whole red pill, but I support the passport bros who want wives. That you didn't mention that on your show when I even we talked about it last time. You didn't do a video or reaction or nothing.
The passport bros,
Yeah,
they
you
can't
didn't never
want
do a
some,
reaction.
they can't want something they can't afford.
Lucas, the passport bros just want wives.
Then
Like I told you
they
so
can
much
find
earlier,
wives here.
Lucas, the divorce documentary. You watched that? Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, I
You never
did.
did a reaction to. Why you do a reaction video to it?
I don't know. I figure
Like,
it's an old video
okay,
that everyone's seen.
yeah, but I'm saying though, don't that show you how bad our course is when it comes to marriage? Like, you basically sign a contract between you and the government. In the Philippines, there's no divorce. You can get there's no divorce in the Philippines. My wife, if she tried to divorce, it's not called divorce. It got something else it's called. And if she tried that, she'll get shamed from her whole family. That's how serious marriage is overseas. Like, you can be a crappy husband, but to keep her from getting shamed, she won't divorce. They don't do divorce there because it's against their beliefs. It's only here in the West, and I just wish you would just look at it like that. That's all I'm saying. But it's cool. You want to do this, American women? You want to try this? You know, sometimes we got to try stuff and fall. But Lucas, don't make no reaction videos 5 years later talking about how she taking your YouTube show and you got to rename yourself to the Amazing Lucas. Like, don't be like, man, all my videos she got to get credit for, and
Hey, it is
the
what it is.
kid.
It is what
Hey,
it is. All you can
Lucas,
do is make an educated decision, an
hey,
educated
Lucas,
guess. That's all you doing is making an educated guess. She can flip on you at any
that's true
time.
too. But at least the good news is you don't stay in a cold climate. You can still stay in your car if you take your apartment or your house away. That's cool, Lucas. You want to sign your life away, so be it.
But
Maybe
your woman can't do
big
that.
dog, huh?
Your woman can't do that.
No,
Your
no, she
woman,
ain't take
your
my
what?
land.
Yeah, she'll just hire her brothers to kill you, and then take your land.
I'm like taller than her brother. Her brother like look up to me like a basketball. He look at me like I'm a. He think everybody in America is like Kobe Bryant.
That's called false security. That's what they've done. I just keep one eye open. That's what I would do. Because that's what they do overseas. But you do you, Pimpa.
Listen, I ain't tell you go to like certain parts of. Like I said, whoever
You're
country
gonna
you go
wind
to,
up being.
research it.
You're gonna wind up being dinner for a family.
Bruh, remember Resident Evil? He told those zombies you got to work for your meal. That's what they gonna have to do with me, cuz they have to work for their meal.
They won't work for it. They get you while you're sleeping.
Oh, they better make sure I got. Hey, I ain't a hard sleeper. I'm just saying.
Okay, sure,
I'm just
buddy.
saying. I'm not a hard sleeper. Lucas, I ain't listen. Maybe you a hard sleeper. Me,
Okay.
if I hear one little itch going, I'm like, what? Okay, I'm getting up.
Okay.
So I'm just telling you, dude. I'm just helping you
You
out.
don't get the whole village, bro. You in a get out situation. Don't even know it. That's crazy.
Bruh.
That's
But Lucas,
crazy.
if that goes
Let me
south
save
like
this
that, I'm
number
gonna
so
call
in case the police ask me any questions. Yes, sir. Yes, officer. This was his number. He was a good guy from what I know of him.
Yeah,
I haven't
one of
heard
your
from him
favorite-
since the 29th of October, officer.
Lucas, you know why he messing with you, man? Hey, you know what, Lucas? Look, man, look. I'm trying to help you out, but you know what? It's cool. Hey,
I don't know. The more I hear
if
of your
she ever-
situation, it sounds like I should be helping you out.
Bruh, listen, she ain't chopped me up in
Get
10
out.
years, over 10 years. She ain't
Leave.
gonna chop me up now.
Okay. All right.
That's all
All right,
that's
bro.
all I'm saying. Big don't know how to
Now,
deal
when they
with
have
that.
you work in the field, on your own field,
yeah.
don't say anything.
Bruh, this is not roots, nigga. I'm
Bruh.
talking straight up. Like, this is
If
not
you say
color
something,
purple.
when they bust up
What-
into
what
your
we got
bedroom,
going
say, go. What? Go. Work.
This ain't color purple.
And start
nigga.
whipping you, bro. You're not going to have anyone to call, bro. They're going to take your phone. You're not going to have anyone. You're going to be in a foreign land, in a in a foreign country, not speaking the native tongue. Yeah, bro. It's going to be game over.
No, hold on. They got different tribes though. That's the other thing. Like,
Yeah, they sell you to
Filipinos
another
got,
tribe. Yeah, bro. It's going to be game over.
I'm gonna call your show in.
They won't. You won't. How you gonna call my show? You think they're gonna give you? You think they give you one phone call? Is that what you think?
Hell yeah.
I want my
One
phone
call
call.
a month.
Nigga, shut up.
Hey,
Work.
like, look, I'm in a Filipino jail. I'm just calling
Bro,
you.
yeah,
you
they
know.
don't give you any phone calls in Filipino jail, my guy. You SOL, my G. Best of luck to you.
Hey, but Lucas, you should look
I
up
hope
the
that doesn't
Filipino
happen,
prison.
bro. I've heard horror stories, bro.
No, no.
You're gonna be
Lucas,
what's that movie? 11 Years a Slave or something like that? Okay.
With Will Smith in it. Hey,
We
me and
gonna
Will
hear
Smith
you
gonna
10
be
years from
together.
now. Oh, Lucas, man, Lucas, I need a passport. They took my passport.
You bootlicker. Are you making sure about me being in prison?
Like, yo, listen, bro, calm down. I don't have much time, man. They coming back.
Lucas, quit putting on my theme music with Akon. I'm locked up. I can't get out.
Bro, help me.
Lucas, like you playing Spider-Man 2. Wait, man, Spider-Man 5. What the hell?
Stop fucking playing the video game and help me, nigga. Help me. What? Who is this? I don't know. They changed my name.
My name's Tyrese now. Help me, nigga.
My name's LQ135.
You liquor. That's right. Come back. Quit making t-shirts about me.
All right, bro. You laughing now. I just hope you could laugh at that jail, bro, when they whiteboard you and tell you your name is LQ346. What is your name?
Listen,
LQ346.
I'm waiting for you, Lucas. Come back.
It won't
Hey,
be funny when they
call you
break
Black
you, bro.
Black.
When they break you, I'm a strong black man. You okay? You stay in that prison for a while. You gonna change your name. Your name, you'll be walking out. I'm LQ346. I reported for duty.
You better not be making no shirts
Oh, bro. Oh, yeah, bro.
Q242 shirt.
Yeah, we definitely gonna have.
$9.99.
We gonna have your face on a t-shirt, definitely, bro. 100 RIP. RIP. Oh man,
That's my name, man. Give me a penny.
it's gonna be brutal, bro. It's gonna be brutal.
Oh shoot! See, Lucas, this is what happens when, man, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'll escape that mofo. I watch enough.
Okay, sure.
Listen, bro, for real, you laughing?
You gonna escape the Philippines? All right, sure, buddy.
Bro, I can swim to the next island.
Oh, okay. You gonna be a runaway slave? Got you, bro. That's wild. That's wild. But all right, bro. I
What's
believe in
your
you.
name, son?
Yeah,
It's
I believe in you.
EK.
You're not gonna have any identifications, nothing showing up on an island. Yeah. I believe you, bro. Sure. Absolutely. You gonna be
Don't
cooked
worry, I'll
up.
just call you from the other
Are there
island.
cannibals over there, bro? You gonna be cooked up, my G.
Oh shoot!
We
We
are
like our black folks well done.
we are having Le Negro with a side of escargot. Oh, that's my favorite.
Oh yeah, go get that rice out, boy.
Yeah,
You
bro.
wanna eat us some Negroes today.
They're gonna put a new meaning of catch of the day.
That was a big black cat we just had, boys.
Yeah, we got a catch of the day. Yeah, LQ346.
Hey, and then they eat rice with every meal, so they're gonna be dumping me in some rice.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, it's gonna be sad, bro. I hope you got a backup plan. That's all I'm saying. I hope you've told family members where you are, bro. Your exact location. That's all I'm saying.
Lucas, I'll be calling you every month, and you'll see
Are these like health checkups? Is that what these are? This man is trying to make a paper trail just in case.
I'll be calling you every month, looking like Lucas.
No, officer.
Come on, you
Every month he
liquor.
called me, officer. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Every month.
Oh God, Lucas, I'm for real, man.
Yeah, social calls. All right, buddy. All right.
Let's put on my Tupac music. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, she likes Tupac as well. She does not know a damn thing that's going on. Oh yeah, stupid Negro. Yeah, I like this song. Oh, this is my favorite. 3 Pac is my favorite. It's Tupac. Oh, Tupac. I sorry. Okay, bro. You have fun, bro. You keep having fun.
Just do a GoFundMe and send me some pesos so I can build me a boat.
Bro, you better be saving for a boat just on the side. That's wild, bro. That's crazy. You living a dangerous life, but hey, to each his own. To each his own.
Bro, I'm hardcore, bro.
Yeah, I
told
know.
you, when I
You
out
go
there-
all in. I can see.
Bro, when I left the country, I waved my freedom flag. I'm like, freedom. And I made it to the promised land with milk and honey.
Okay.
I just want you to come with me.
You know
It'd be like Indiana.
that promised land milk and honey. They had a fight for that, right?
No, listen, we're talking about after the fight. I ain't doing
Oh,
the fight.
after the fight. Okay, got you. After the fight. Okay, got you.
Yeah, you know how.
You
that
okay?
is.
You
I
came
mean,
in after the battle was done. It's like, oh, we done? Oh, I woke up late. My alarm went off late. I must have missed the battle. Got you.
Yeah, Lucas. When you want to come over here, you come over here, Lucas. Bro, I have you on my field. You can.
Nah, bro, I'm good. It's all you, bro.
I got cable and I got air conditioning.
I know they looking at you as a
Filipino-
recruiter, bro. Nah, I'm good. I know how that works.
What you trying to say?
we let you escape if you bring one over here to replace you. Okay, all right. Lucas, why don't you come over here? It's amazing.
Lucas.
Nah, bro, I know how that hustle works. Nah, I'm good, bro.
Lucas, this is not get out, okay?
Yeah, bro, I'm good. You're
You
not
know
gonna
what?
use me. You're not gonna use me as leverage for your freedom. I'm good, bro.
Lucas, you bootlicker.
Just
What
try
the hell?
try someone else, Pippin. Try someone else. I'm good.
Oh,
Nice
you
try.
You supposed to be paying that.
Nice try,
I'll get
bro.
Big Dog. Big Dog go over there.
Yeah,
Big
there you
Dog
go.
been to the
Get
promised
Big
land.
Dog. Get Big Dog.
Big Dog's like, hey, I'm gonna come back get my Filipino wife. You know, Big Dog like those Filipinos while he over there acting like that,
There you go.
trying to stay on the down low.
Exactly.
Yeah, Lucas.
Yeah, you have a better
All
chance
right,
with Big Dog than me. All right, bro.
Listen, all right, stay amazing, Lucas.
You as well,
You get
man.
another one
Stay
on
alive,
YouTube,
bro. Stay
and
alive.
Everybody support Lucas.
Stay free. Stay free.
See you later, Lucas.
Later, man.
Bye.
Yeah, bro. He trying to hold me. Yeah, bro, I know what a bargaining chip is. Do you think I just woke up yesterday? I was bored yesterday? Get the hell out of here. You should come over here, man, like tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, sure, bro. I'll see what I can do. I see what I can do. I'll bring the police. Don't worry. If I do come, I'll bring the police with me, bro. I'll bring the police. I don't know what jurisdiction what authority they would have in the Philippines, but we'll figure something else. Yeah, they try to make a trade. That's what they trying to do. See, he's coming right here. See, can I go now? Wait a minute. Sure. Hold here. Stay right here. Oh, very strong. Yeah, I told you. He works out. Yeah. Oh, very strong. Very good. Oh, yes. he very good. Very good in the field. Very good. Oh, yes. Yeah, no. Nice try, buddy. Nice try. 717, you're on the line. What's the disagreement? And tell me why.
I have a serious disagreement right now.
Go for it.
Bruh, I'm gonna be honest. I really think you should, I think Edward, you should take the hat off, Edward Lucas.
Okay, buddy. Take care, buddy. I don't know what is wrong with these people. But yeah, he's trying to bring me over to substitute his slavery. Nah, pimpin'. Not gonna work. Not gonna happen, bruh. Not gonna happen. Very good for Flaming Dragon Clan. Exactly. We are Flaming Dragon. Nah, I'm good. All right, it is 11. We gotta get to what do you call it? To what is it? It's Alan Wake. That's what we need to get to. Gonna have you strapped up for MK Ultra experiments. 408, you're on the line. What's the disagreement and tell me why?
I disagree with you with supporting black businesses. I want you to check your email, man. And I want you
the
to see
what
kind
part?
of spot
Port
name-
black business? Wait, what?
Support black.
Oh, support black business. You disagree with me saying support black businesses?
Yes, check your email, man. Check your email.
Oh, is it the Amazing Lucas email?
Yes.
Okay.
And I want you to see what kind of bootleg Spider-Man 2 they sent me, bro.
Okay. All right, we'll do. My man, I'm so confused. I really am. He doesn't support black businesses because JoJo, man, JoJo's so fucking stupid, bro. I hate this man. This man's a trash human being. You gonna put that on black businesses? Really, JoJo? Really, bro? This man so badly want to make a joke that he made it at the expense of black businesses. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Where'd you get this? The only way you got this was in Atlanta, bro. That's the only Spider-Man that like that. You definitely got this copy from Atlanta. This must be the Atlanta version, bro. Because I don't have that copy out here in LA. Oh shit! I still need to download the exclusive. Where is my box? Okay, yeah, I still have to install. Wait, is there an expiration on when you can install? Bro, I ain't trying to lose this. I should. Hold on, let me make sure it's not on camera. Have one of you jackass steal my code. Oh, let's stream. Okay, I need to redeem this. Use the code above to access downloadable content for Marvel Spider-Man 2. Marvel's digital content is only available. Wait, this means with this code, it comes with the game, right? Digital deluxe content. Okay, full game. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna install it on my other PS5. This is exclusive to Dwight Howard DLC. Stop it, bro. Stop it. 847, you're on the line. What's the disagreement and tell me why?
Yo, hey, what's going on, bro?
What's going on?
Hey, I called you yesterday, man. The chat referred to me as the goo guy.
The goo guy?
Yeah, no, the goo guy. Remember when me and you was having that debate about Peter being like more agile because he had
Yeah, I remember. I remember.
Yeah, the goo guy. Yeah,
What's your disagreement now, bro? What is it now?
Man, I don't even disagree with you on nothing, bro. You know, I was just watching the show and I guess the stream.
You just wanted to troll, bro?
Yeah, you know, a little bit, a little something, you know how that shit
that's
go, man.
fucking crazy. This man calls in the next day and says, I have a disagreement. I just wanted to troll you. See, this is why black on black crime is so high, bro.
No, bro.
This is why it's so high. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. You wanted to get my blood pressure up just for fucking giggles. That's insane.
No, bro. Like,
bro, that's post-traumatic slave syndrome. That's crazy.
No, bro. No,
so you're an ally to white supremacy. That's what you're saying, basically.
Nah, I rock with you, my boy. I rock with you.
That's even crazier. Yo, I rock with you, my boy. Yo, I'm being like, this is crazy gaslighting. This is fucking...
No, because check it out.
Do you hear what you're saying?
Check it out, Luke. Controversy sells, bro. I was just trying to bring in the views
bro. Gotcha. Oh, okay. You're sick in the head, bro.
I'm just trying to get you the views.
You're sick in the head. You're like an an abuser in like the relationships and shit like that. Do you have a girlfriend?
Hey, man, I have been called toxic in a couple of my past relationships.
Oh my God, bro. Ladies, stay away from this nigga. Record his voice and replay it back anytime you go on a date with a mofo. Make sure it sounds nothing like this man. God damn, you are fucking crazy.
Brody, you gotta admit, man. Sometimes these females, they love that toxicity, bro. Come on, man.
They love it up until the point you wake up with your dick in your hand, bro. You're crazy, bro. Because the type of
have
women you're
been.
gonna attract, that's exactly what's gonna happen. You're insane,
Hey,
bro.
hey,
Good luck,
I
bro.
have been on the verge of that. I ain't gonna lie. I
Oh,
have
it's
been on the
gonna
verge of
happen.
that.
Oh, it's going to happen, sir. It's only a matter of
Hey,
time. Then you'll call up here crying and shit. Nigga, she chopped off my dick. I ain't got a dick no more. But here's the thing. You the type of toxic dude that would still fucking lie to a bitch. Like, bitch, my shit is crazy. I'm packing massive heat. And you know damn well you don't even have a dick. That's crazy. That's the type of
hey,
crazy
hey,
mofo you are, bro.
hey,
To
hey,
how
hey,
you
you know
gonna
what's
lie to a woman about having a dick? That's
hey, hey,
insane.
hey,
You're
hey,
sick, bro. You're
you know the
demented.
saying, bro. That's why men lie and
Now I
women
don't
wear
know any.
makeup,
I don't know
bro.
any saying. We are not in the same boat. I don't go. I don't come from the. I don't know nothing of what you say. Don't put me anywhere
That's
near that.
no,
You're
that's why
crazy,
men lie and women wear makeup, bro. Women
bro.
love the
Nah,
lies, bro.
nah.
You gotta lie to
I'm
them,
not
G.
co-signing anything you say, sir. You're crazy. You probably on like the
Hey,
no-fly list or some shit because you fucked over a flight attendant. Nah, I'm
hey,
good,
hey.
bro. You got bad juju behind you,
No, no. Hey, all jokes aside, bro. All jokes aside, bro.
nigga.
I
I'm
did
not
have a
joking.
question.
But what's the question?
Hey, no, no, no. I mean, okay. All seriousness aside, bro. I wanna ask you a question though. As far as like the Spider-Man, well, obviously, because yesterday somebody called in and said Spider-Man 2 is better than Spider-Man 2. I know what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? I know what he was trying to do. He was, but I ain't gonna do all that, right? Spider-Man 2 PS2, Spider-Man 2 PS5, swinging. So
Yeah.
where do you stand? Where do you stand, like as far as like
I
that
think
swinging
PS5 has
game?
more realistic swinging.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, yeah. I kind of agree. I kind of agree with that. The one thing I don't like though, I ain't gonna lie to you. The one thing I don't like is like when you put it on zero,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the gravity on zero pulls you down. It like kind of wants you to hit the floor,
So it's not
even
the
if you
gravity;
like.
it's the fact that the web line is elastic, so it stretches. So because it
Uh,
stretches, you're always gonna hit the ground if you're going low enough.
man.
Yeah, that's irritating. That's why I put it on one.
Yeah, because like even without the buffer, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's a buffer like that stops you from like hitting the floor. But even without that buffer, I know I be timing my shit right. But like
Yeah,
you
it's
said, I guess
irritating.
the
If you watch it,
yeah,
just watch it. If you swing high enough and just watch every swing, you'll go like crazy low. The pendulum
I
goes
don't like
crazy
that
low.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little too realistic for my taste. But I mean, I still be playing. So I've been playing on zero. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to make it to the point where I'm nasty. Like you know how you look when you like swinging at number 10, like with the
Yeah.
whole shit on. I'm trying to get to that on zero. You see what I'm saying? Like if you can get to that on zero, then you know that's an achievement in and of itself. So, but yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know what your stance was on like, because I mean
I still
PS2
like
swinging.
honestly, I still like the boost in Spider-Man 2 on the PS2.
Right,
The
right,
fact that
yeah,
you can
definitely.
just boost at any time. I think that makes it more fun.
Yeah, yeah, because like it's one thing like building the momentum in the one on PS5, like PS2 you could build that like quick. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's the one thing. I mean, Insomniac did their thing. I'm not gonna lie, like
They
Insomniac
definitely
definitely
did.
did their thing, but you know, I do appreciate the nitpicking. If I'm gonna be honest, because like let's be honest, man, you don't nitpick at some shit, then they just gonna give you the same shit. They be like, oh, you know, one thing I really hated about this game. Okay, and tell me if I'm wrong, Lucas. You know how they gave us the gameplay reveal?
Uh-huh.
The gameplay reveal, and then actually the only two takedowns that you see, what's it called, Black Suit Spider-Man do is the symbiote takedowns. He does two of them like literally within 30 seconds of each other. The one where he does it in the air and like pushes you down with the tendrils, and then the other one where he like picks you up off the ground and slams you. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then you as a viewer, right, like as a person that's looking at this trailer for the first time, you thinking, oh shit, like that's just what they decided to show us. It's gonna
Yeah.
be hella more than that, right? And then you get to the actual final game, and them's the only 2 symbiote takedowns, bro.
Bruh, crazy.
That
Absolutely
shit
crazy.
is wild. That shit is ridiculous, bro. Like, how the hell you gonna give us, like, cause as a normal view, you thinking they just showing you the tip of the iceberg, dude. That was it. And then on top of that, they don't even like, you can't even get those to like happen a lot. They happen very randomly.
Yeah, they're
Like,
very rare
like
to get them outside of rage mode.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, and even though Rage Mode has like different ones, like the 2 that you get outside of Rage Mode, yeah, they rare. Like, that shit don't never happen. Like, dude, you know what I do? I be on purpose. I be like spamming my finishers because usually it's so hard to build focus in this game compared to like the first 2 that you kind of save your finishers for like either healing or I guess basically for healing, right? But like I've gotten to the point that even on ultimate difficulty, I can't be touched. So every time I get that finisher, I'm using that shit just to try to get them symbiote takedowns out. They rarely ever happen. It's like once every like 20, maybe 30 takedowns. And then the bullshit, the shit that really blows me is the fact that all the takedowns is from the first game. Like, they literally reused all of them.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
That's just, come on, man. Like, Insomniac, I can see why people's giving it a 7 and an 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, give us some new animations, bro. And let's be honest, they wouldn't even give us those new swinging animations if people wasn't complaining about that shit after they didn't seen the first gameplay trailer. They would have just gave us the same animations. Let's be honest.
I don't disagree with you.
Some bullshit. Oh, question. Who you like using more, Peter or Miles?
I think Miles, as far as when it comes to combat, is just easier.
He's better, right? And he got the camouflage too, where if you do the Prowler missions, you get that extra boost for your first hit. And plus, on top of that, just being camouflaged just make it so that these motherfuckers can't even see you.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, I like Miles too. I be forcing myself to use Peter because, you know, I mean, for one, let's be honest, it's his game. You know, I mean, he does got the symbiote surge, which is fun too. But that camouflage, like, and you know, I actually thought that they was gonna give him the camouflage in this game because, you know, if you look at the comics,
well, they can't take away powers from his game. That's what they can't do.
Right. No, but I'm saying, you know, if you look at the comics, if you look at the origin story of Venom and like go on Wikipedia right now and like look at his powers and abilities, you know, in some cases he actually does have camouflage. So if you give Peter the symbiote suit, you should be able to incorporate camouflage in there. And if you're not going to do that, like, they're cool with Prowler now. Prowler got cloaking tech. Like, tell Peter to holler at Prowler so he can get some cloaking tech in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then they both feel too similar then.
I guess, but I just look at it like that cloak for
But then it seems like, you know, Spider-Man's biting Miles Morales' style.
True, but then, like, what do you do to you know, or sorry, what do you do to like close the gap? Because
I think they tried doing it with the tentacles.
I guess, but like Miles still has his own powers. It's not like the tentacles really give Peter like a super edge in combat. You know what I'm saying? Miles still got shit that he could do that kind of equates to the tentacles on his own. And that's why I thought that they gave Peter the whole black symbiote, is so that he could like be on par with Miles. You know, but Miles still has that advantage with that invisibility.
I don't disagree.
You know,
Miles, but Miles is just a stronger character. I think he's the same way in Insomniac's world.
His own game. Oh, so you think he's
well, he is stronger than Peter in the comics as well.
Oh, you know, I thought that Miles just had the powers that Peter didn't have, right? But Peter's the powers that they shared, I thought Peter had more potency in those powers. Like in terms of like strength, we know like Peter's supposed to be stronger than Miles, right? And his spider sense supposed to activate sooner than Miles. But Miles still got an advantage because he can go invisible. Plus he got that bioelectricity. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's I mean, they did if they had put that in the game, because like, and you know, that's what I kind of thought that they was gonna do. Because Lucas, if you go back, like, go play Miles Morales, right, and then go play Spider-Man PS4, right. Look, and then you know what I'm saying. Tell me who is easier to get perfect dodges with. Like I get perfect dodge with Peter all day long. Like he has the upgrade that gives him more timing on the perfect dodge. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like it's kind of easier, and that's what I thought Insomniac was doing. Like, okay, well Miles got these powers, but that's why we kind of downgraded his spider sense, because then he would just make Peter look bad if him and Peter was easy. Like it was easy for both of them to get that perfect dodge joint. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I thought that they was trying to do with Peter, but then this game came out and both of them got the same spider sense. It's like, okay, they got the same spider sense. They both got abilities for they both got their respective abilities. They both got the same gadgets, but guess what? Miles could go invisible, Peter can't. That's bogus. The only time that the invisibility don't mean shit is when they fighting symbiotes, because the symbiote could see you regardless. But you know what I'm saying? Like regular enemies, Miles has the clear advantage, and that's bullshit.
I mean, I don't disagree in that regard.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I look at it. But you know what it is, man. Like I'm not gonna knock Insomniac. They still did a fairly good job on the. I mean, they did a good job. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. You know what? Fuck it. I'll approximate that. I'll round it up. I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. Let's do that. Let's just give it an 8. The only reason why I'm really giving it an 8, Lucas, is because, like, I mean, everything aside that we just talked about, them graphics is pretty dope.
Absolutely.
Them graphics is ridiculous. Like, I'll be playing. What do you play it on? You play it on performance?
Yeah, I've been playing on performance, but I've also been playing on fidelity.
Man, you got a 120 hertz TV, right?
Yeah, screen, yeah.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, Lucas. Just play on Fidelity 120 uncapped. That's the best. Like, cause realistically speaking, it ain't too far away from 60. You getting like 40 to 45 frames. Like, I ain't gonna lie, you can barely tell the difference between 45 and 60, bro. And then on top of that, you're gonna get the ridiculous graphics.
All right, I'll check that out.
Yeah, do that, man. Trust me, do that. I'm finna call in one of these days. Let me know how you feel about that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just had to bust your chops a little bit yesterday. You feel what I'm saying? Because controversy sells, man. Controversy sells. You know how that shit goes.
Bro, you need help, bro. I still believe you still need help, but okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been to the doctor a couple of times. You know, I've been seeing my therapist. You know what I'm saying? I'll be skipping some weeks though, but we gonna get that situated. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get that taken care of. You know how that shit goes.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
All right, my guy.
Yes,
Appreciate the call.
It was good talking to you, bro.
Take care.
Hey, you take care, man.
That nigga needs help, bro. That nigga needs Jesus. He's beyond help. That's crazy. He's the type of dude that'll start like a fucking gunfight in front of your store and be like, yo, did you see? See what? You were on the news. Yeah, because there was a gunfight out in front of the store. What? Wait, that was you? Yeah, bro, you got on the news. Nigga, bro, you started a gunfight in front of the store to get me on the news? Bro, what do you mean you were on the news? You can put that on your website. Oh my God, this nigga's crazy. This nigga's wild, bro. Crazy. Anyways, let's get to Alan Wake. Let's get to Alan Wake. We're gonna call it a night for disagreements. Thank you all. It has been quite the pleasure. This disagreement day. We also need to do a panel. Maybe we'll do a panel tomorrow. I think we'll do a panel tomorrow. I think that's what we'll do for Monday. I missed it. What did I miss? Frederick says, do you know why you should always knock on a fridge before opening it? Because there could be a salad dressing. Bruh, I'm going to text my girl that. I'm going to text wifey right now. You know, you should always knock on a fridge before opening it. Let me see if she's. Goodness gracious, because there could be a salad dressing. Lord in heaven. Gold, bro. That's freaking gold. Anyways, I'll catch y'all over on Twitch. Follow me over on Twitch. All right. Everyone, take care. Stay safe. This was some wholesome fun. Besides the psychopath that fucking called. He's not even a psychopath. He's a sociopath. Ladies, stay away from any man that sounds like that, please. Everyone pray for the slave in the Philippines. Pray for that man. Because, you know, this man, he getting set up and doesn't even know it. Adios, muchachos. What's the Twitch? Twitch is right there. It's the Amazing Lucas. It's the same thing. It's branded across everywhere. Take care. Stay safe. Be amazing. I'll catch y'all over on Twitch or tomorrow for a panel. Adios.